All right, here's a piece of tape you've been waiting for. So Eric the Midget says to me in one of his friggin' phone calls that he wants to be an actor, and he wants to be on that TV show, American Dreams, which I've never even seen in my life.
I might have seen one episode just to see what it was.
Is it any good?
Obviously, I didn't go back,
all right.
So it wasn't my cup of tea, but it's been on NBC for a couple of years now.
This guy who produces it calls into my show. He goes, hey, we want Eric the Midget to play some guy in a wheelchair. Eric's in a wheelchair anyway. So Eric went out there, and he plays, he's going to the travel agency, and the woman's selling him a ticket, and now I got his performance on tape.
Okay.
So here's Eric the Midget in his little scene. And he went out, and by the way, I got him 3 Gs to do this.
And remember, he was making demands now about his interview.
Yeah, well, anyway, here's the scene.
He's a star.
First, I'll play you the scene because you haven't heard it yet. Here it is, a world exclusive. A Howard Stern Show exclusive.
A Howard Stern exclusive.
Oh, here it is.
Oh.
I lost it.
A Howard Stern exclusive.
And we were hoping to fly to San Francisco. We have family there.
My older brother.
Oh, well, have you ever flown before, Eric?
No, this is my first time.
Okay, well, let's see what we can do for you.
We're supposed to go to a Giants game, me and my brother.
Oh, that sounds like fun. So he's never been on a plane?
No, never.
That's it?
A Howard Stern exclusive.
I was thinking he did pretty good, but other people said to me he should have spoken up a little more.
Well, yeah, he sounds like he's talking into his chest.
But he kind of is. I mean, you can see him. I mean, it's a physical a physical affliction.
Well, my point, though, is he can get really animated when he's angry. He should have gotten angry.
Yeah, well,
He see my brother.
They made him do it a bunch.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Mark? Hey, Mark. You went. Yeah, that.
And we were hoping to fly to San Francisco. We have family there.
My older
Have you
brother.
ever flown before, Eric?
No, it's my first time.
Okay, well, let's see what we can do for you.
We're supposed to go to a Giants game, me and my brother.
Well, that sounds like fun. And he's never been on a plane?
No, never.
I just got to imagine that they saw this a whole different way.
Well, that's what turned out.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, so where are you going? And then where?
That sounds like fun.
That sounds great. He didn't sound like he was too excited.
No.
No.
Didn't sound like he even wanted to go on the trip.
No. But anyway, there he is, Eric the Midget, in his first demanding acting role.
I thought it was funny that the actors
Exclusive.
What?
even talked over him at one point. You didn't even expect him to respond.
Yeah, well. Then we were going to have Eric in here to talk about his acting debut. But now we have to think about it because he's making all these demands.
I see.
Hi, this is Eric. I just leaving this message because I want to make a request of what I'd like to have the interview here this week or next, whenever it's going to be, and what I don't want to have in it. Number one, that I don't want to have in it is any toilet humor out of you, Howard. I do not want to hear you ask me any questions like the fact that I met 3 of the female cast members. I do not want to hear you say, ooh, so did you go home and pleasure yourself thinking about them? You know what? I do not want to have them hear you ask me that question. They're going to be listening to this. I want you to take this interview a whole lot more serious than any other phone call you would take from me in the past. The whole cast and crew, they no longer be calling. They know that, you know, I'm going to be doing this with you. And they're going to be listening. And quite a few of them are loyal fans of yours. And I doubt you would want to lose any of them due to any stupid things that you may say about the cast or crew. So, like I said, keep it clean, keep it serious, and do not use any toilets. Okay? I don't care if it bores the hell out of your listener. That's the way I would like the interview to go. Okay? Bye for now.
Wow, what is he, the new head of the FCC?
Absolutely. He doesn't even care if it's boring.
I got a lot of email about him. A lot of people were saying, hey, he's ungrateful. I mean,
Well, that's true.
you know, he got him this great gig, and now he's, like, making demands and all that kind of stuff. Eric, what can I do for you?
Well, I was just calling because of the fact that the episode of American Dreams that I'm on is airing this Wednesday night.
All right, everybody watch Eric the actor
Yeah,
on American Dreams this week. His episode is airing.
Daphne Zanuga.
That's my girlfriend.
She's high in iron.
Yeah, American Dreams.
Have you guys been watching the episode?
No.
Safe to say no. Like the rest of the country, no.
Pretty much everyone in the world isn't watching that, Eric. That's why they had you on.
Yeah, for this conversation we're having right now.
Well, are you guys going to air any of the footage on E?
Yeah, we want you to get bad ratings, too.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. I know we shot it, so probably we will.
Well, I know when I mentioned to Mr. Prince that you guys didn't have any plans of showing it, he sounded kind of disappointed.
Yeah. Well, his plan backfired. He figured he'd put you in American Dreams, and then we would just, I guess, spend every day and every minute talking about it.
Right.
You know, which I think we gave it a lot of attention.
Oh, my God, yeah, an hour that one day.
It's a really great show.
All
I
right.
definitely hope that
Thank you.
he sticks with it.
All right, Eric. Thank you.
Oh, also a couple of weeks ago, it was my birthday.
Oh. Sorry, I missed it. How old are you?
30 now.
30. All right, Eric. Congratulations.
Yes.
Thank you.
Can't believe I missed his birthday.
Yeah, really. I'd also like to throw a shout-out to the guy at the diner.
Okay, Eric, later.
All right.
You want to hear Eric the Midget as gay bondage?
No.
Let me play this for you.
I bet it's more entertaining than your American Dreams episode.
Here's Eric the Midget if he was to star in gay bondage.
Rules are, I'm in charge. You're mine now. Understand that?
Yeah.
Do you understand that?
Yes.
I can't hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna have some fun with you.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Whose boy are you now, huh?
I'm not answering that question.
That's right. You're my boy, aren't you?
Yeah.
You like that?
Yes.
Huh?
Knock it off.
Yeah, that's it. Choke on him. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So use your teeth. I said suck my I didn't say chew on it, right?
Yes.
Now do it right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you think? Eric?
I don't like that at all.
You don't like that. All right, this one. Here's another one. I don't even remember what this is. Eric the Midget Falls. Want to hear Eric the Midget Falls? Eric?
No, not really.
Let's listen to it anyway.
I've got to get this fax out to Jonathan Prince. Get up on this stool here.
All right.
That was not even me.
No, that wasn't you.
Right.
It's an imposter. What is this? Eric the Midget demanding something on his voicemail. I don't even remember what this is.
Those are always good.
All right.
Oh, about the interview, I think.
Hi, this is Eric. I just leaving this message because I want to make a request of what I'd like to have the interview here this week or next, whenever it's going to be, and what I don't want to have in it. Number one, that I don't want to have in it is any toilet humor out of you, Howard. I do not want to hear you ask me any questions like the fact that I met 3 of the female cast members. I do not want to hear you say Ooh, so did you go home and pleasure yourself thinking about them? You know what? I do not want to have them hear you ask me that question. They're going to be listening to this. I want you to take this interview a whole lot more serious than any other phone call you've taken from me in the past. The whole cast and crew, they no longer be calling. They know that, I'm going to be doing this with you. And they're going to be listening. And
he could put anyone to sleep.
Oh, my God. I don't want any toilet humor out of you, Howard.
Eric, who are you to tell me what you want?
I don't know.
Exactly. What's going on with your life? Anything?
No.
Have you kissed a girl yet?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
All right. All right. Hey, Eric, I got to go anyway.
I'll be calling back Thursday to check in to see if you guys watch.
All right. We'll check it out.
We have a homework assignment now?
Remember how
back
Eric?
in your dress.
Remember how Eric the midget told me that he would never call in the show again, that he was done with us?
Right, he was done.
All right. Now I mentioned American Idol, and now he wants to. He had to call back.
Hi, I just wanted to make a quick little statement about something that Jordan said yesterday on the show. He said that if Bo won, he would sell any albums.
Compliment me? Well, don't get excited. I'm hormonal. Plus, my kid's in the hands of rank amateurs.
Hey, who's gonna get her crap out of that apartment?
Jeez.
Dang.
Who's gonna get her crap out of that apartment?
Is it the second time he said crap?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crappy and crap.
I don't know what Beth's whining about. He seems sweet.
Serious.
Oh, wow. Adorable.
USA Today with crap. What is this? I thought there was a wholesome network. Eric. Spicy character, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love him. I'm working on getting him more work.
We've got to. Who else do we know?
And then one day we're going to hold an Eric.
Telethon?
Yeah, no, not a telethon. An Eric, the Actor Film Festival.
I see.
And we're going to string all of his hits together. And we're going to get the whole audience together. We're just going to watch it.
So we got to get a ton of stuff. Ton of work for Eric.
Yeah. Hey, Gina. In Tampa. Oh, hey, Gina.
Hey, Howard.
You sound like a dude.
Okay, is that better?
Oh, better, yeah.
Sorry, I had you on speakerphone. I was trying to work and listen to the show at the same time. How you doing?
All right.
I had a question for you. I was at one of your tapings when you were down here in Tampa.
Right.
And we were watching the act where the little girl and the little boy came out and they started dancing to the Black Eyed Peas song.
Right.
And it did get a little uncomfortable, some of the moves that they were doing. And at one point...
Yeah, I don't want to talk too much about it.
Okay. Well, I just wanted to get your take on the whole act itself. Like, what did you think?
Yeah, well, wait for the show. And Sharon, that's where Sharon started lecturing the mom.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which I thought was good.
Yeah. Yeah, I wanted to get a little bit
Well,
more
you heard what I had. If you were in the audience, you heard what I had to say. Well, all right.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. The only reason I'm not commenting on it is just that that's stuff for their show, and I don't want to ruin it for them. Okay?
She wanted to have like a personal conversation with the judge.
Yeah, and also, no one...
We don't know what she's talking about.
Right. You weren't there. Debbie the pet lady, hi. Yes, Debbie.
Kill your pig, all right? I want my homie. You're a treat me lover, okay? I said it, and I want it. I don't want to go there. I called up to demand money. Why did you put that phone with your stupid ass? I'm sick of me. We call number one. Eric, keep talking to Eric. He's a stinky bad pig. What he did to me, too. You're okay.
Red Gypsy, you're on the air. Go ahead.
That wasn't a recording? That was real?
That was real. Okay, Red Gypsy, you're on the air.
Wow.
What do you say to that?
Nothing.
Right. All right, listen, let's take a break.
You can't even talk to that.
No. Wow, that was breathtaking. Whatever she said, she's 100% right. All right, let's take a break and we'll be back. Let's go to Javier. Javier, you're on the air.
Hey, good morning, Howard.
Good morning.
You probably don't remember me. You interviewed me about a couple of years ago. I'm like the guy who knows everything about Eric, the actor.
Right.
Anyways, today is the 10-year anniversary of Eric calling into the show. And
is that right? How do you know that?
Because it's dated September 19th, 2002. That's what I do. I mean, I know everything about Eric.
Wow. So you're saying 10 years ago today, Eric the actor made his first phone call.
He called in for the first time. He was angry at you because you were being mean to Kelly Clarkson. You were calling her fat and ugly, and obviously he had to call into her defense.
Eric, did you know it's your 10th anniversary today?
I've been emailing you for a couple days now about that.
I see.
Why aren't we having some big celebration?
Gary, that's a question for Gary, Robin. Why is there not a big celebratory event going on here? Maybe this is it, Robin.
I think that you should celebrate it right now. I don't think there's...
Right.
I mean, should I celebrate Marianne from Brooklyn's first week on the air, Eric?
Yeah, well, has Eric been hounding you about this? That we should have some sort of celebration?
He sent a note, and he just said that he was surprised that you made him wait on the phone for so long because it's his 10th year on the show, and the big line was, doesn't that mean anything to anyone?
No. Eric, haven't you figured out that none of that means anything to us?
We don't celebrate our own anniversary.
Right. I don't even know, like, what year this is that I'm a broadcaster.
I know. When people ask, it's 30-something. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't care about anniversaries.
You know, Howard, are you aware that last week was my 28th anniversary of the show?
I actually was not.
It was, and I'm not angry that you let it go by.
Hey, by the way, Eric, you'll be pleased to know that now that I officially know your 10th year anniversary, we have huge plans for your 20th anniversary. We're going to start now, 10 years in advance.
It's going to take us 10 years to plan it.
Yeah, Eric, I mean, seriously, you understand that we don't give it, right?
Was kind of hoping that you would.
But Eric, I mean, as Gary just pointed out, we don't celebrate anybody's 10th anniversary of calling into the show. Sometimes Eric can seem really smart to me, and like he seems incredibly with it. And then when he gets upset about it, I go, wow, he's really dumb.
Retarded.
No, you're not. Stop saying that.
Don't put yourself down.
Retarded.
You're not serious when you make these calls, are you?
I think I'm a bit serious.
Would you like me to fly you with balloons for your anniversary?
No.
What would you envision might happen? Let's see if we can make it come true. It's your 10th anniversary. What would you like us to do?
Well, some kind of acknowledgement would have been nice.
Mm-hmm. So all you want to do is be acknowledged?
Right.
Oh, I see.
Well, that's happened now.
Well, maybe Javier can say a few words about you.
Well, Howard, yeah, if I may say something, and even though Eric apparently hates me ever since he heard of me and when you interviewed me, I like to say that on behalf of the fans, I just wanted to say thanks for 10 years of really entertaining calls. I mean, you have to at least acknowledge the fact that he's probably one of the best, if not the best caller ever into the show, just for entertainment value.
When is your anniversary, Javier?
Of what?
Of calling in.
It would be, I guess, November. I called in.
Maybe we should prepare for that, Robin. Javier. Maybe we need a Javier anniversary, okay?
You remember the day you had Billy Joel in?
Yes.
That's my anniversary.
Wow. What a great day. I mean, mark
we
that
brought
down,
Billy
Gary.
in for you.
Eric, do you think we should celebrate Javier's anniversary as well?
No.
Why do you hate me, Eric?
Because, jackass, you don't know all there is to know about me like you think you do.
Eric, I'm only talking about the stuff that you call into the show. Obviously, I don't know anything about your personal life, That's the only thing I'm referring to.
Eric, ask him a question and see if he knows it. You know, something you've done on the air. He's not saying he knows you. He's saying he's a fan. I think Javier's a fan of yours.
Yeah, that's all.
Well, you know, Eric hates his fans.
You know how
I don't, Robin.
You're always throwing them off your whatever you're on. You throw them off.
Yeah, Eric, I don't get you. Like
that's because about me. There's a whole hell of a lot of them that are still currently on my Twitter page that I have not thrown off. Over 25,000 to be exact.
Eric, you blocked me from your Twitter page for like 2 years ago.
Why?
I don't know.
Did he say what you did wrong?
No. Well, you know what? I tried to get in touch with Johnny Fraudo, and I think he talked to him. And according to Johnny in an email, he said, Eric thinks that you're a double agent and you're out to get him. I don't even know what that means.
Wow. Did you use the M word, as in midget?
Well, I might have at certain points. But you know what? That's one thing I got to say. I've never been mean-spirited to you. If you ever read anything that I said, Eric, it might have been a goof in the spirit of the Howard Stern show, but I have never, ever been mean-spirited to you. I've defended you when people have been mean-spirited to you. I even bought stuff for him and from his Amazon.
Well, why don't you celebrate his anniversary? I understand you prepared a list, Javier.
Yeah, I have a list of what I think are like the top 5 moments of Eric on the show, at least my favorites.
All right, go ahead.
In no particular order, the flying with balloons bit, probably the best bit in the show. That'll never happen. But the whole thing, you know, when you try to goad him into flying with balloons to meet Catherine McPhee, it was great.
Thank you.
Number 2, the 0.0 call. You remember that?
Yes.
When Fred played that. Number 3, when he talked to Johnny to put a hit out on that guy Jerry.
Yeah, when Eric put out a hit, that was great.
You know what to do.
You know what to do. You know what to do. That was good.
Number 4 would be the whole. You remember Kendra, the girl that he thought it was his girlfriend.
Right.
The whole Kendra thing. That was. Howard, if you listen from January to March of 2009, that is Eric at his very best. And
was that the Bunny Ranch chick, Kendra?
No.
She was a porn star.
Yeah, there's where I know this guy's not an expert. He said 2009. To be exact, moron, it was 2008.
I said 2008, Eric.
Oh, I could have sworn I heard you say 2009.
No, it's 2008. I know.
Javier knows.
Last but not least, my personal favorite was when he announced he was doing a modeling agency.
No,
the contest was great.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Eric was going to have a modeling agency, and the girl had to live with him for a minimum of 2 years.
Well, he had this whole contest he was running, and the prize was living with him.
Yeah, right. You could either get an apartment near him or live with him.
Yeah, for 7 years.
And then he would manage your modeling career.
That's right. Now, how did that work out, Eric?
Did you ever get anybody to do that, Eric?
Tony and I never did it.
Oh.
Right.
Listen, Eric, even though you might not change your opinion about myself, there's nothing but love coming from here. And
would you consider unblocking Javier on a probationary basis, Eric, in honor of your anniversary?
Maybe. I don't know. I don't even remember what his username was.
Javier,
I guess I could get in contact with Johnny again, and I can send him my information. And if he decides, then that would be great. And
he even thought you were an idiot.
Who, Johnny?
Yes.
Johnny was gracious to me. He was great.
How about I play "Fly Me with Balloons" in honor of Eric's 10th anniversary? Would you like that? Here we go.
Fly me with balloons so I can meet Catherine McPhee. I'll I'm a miserable midget who is only 2'3". I'm a grumpy dwarf with a 5-inch cock. Look at me, everybody. I'm the first flying Ewok.
You know what, Javier? I was just thinking, you left out on your top 5 when Eric got that acting job and he was worried about werewolves in New Mexico.
Yeah, that was great.
That was a great moment. Come on.
What about Howard? What about that time when he did that In Plain Sight and he was going to sue the production company because they didn't give him like one bottle of Pepsi?
Right.
Missing bottle of Pepsi.
Or how about when everyone wanted him to go in another show where his head would explode and he wouldn't do it?
Yeah.
Right.
Well, how about all the roles he won't take?
Right. He refuses to play certain parts. But come on, the best was when he was afraid of werewolves in New Mexico.
Yeah.
Speaking of the fact of shows that, or roles that I would take, I sent a list of different shows that I would like to appear on.
Yeah, I got the same list. Actually, I don't know if you know this, Eric, I've been working on Whitney Cummings to put you on her show.
Yeah, I talked to you about that a couple of weeks ago on the AJT show.
Actually, Beth was approached to be on the Whitney Cummings show, and I said to Beth, can you write back to Whitney and say you can't do it, but Beth was unavailable, but would she consider Eric the actor?
Oh.
And
yeah, they go up for the same roles all the time.
Well, I mean, you know, in other words, like sometime in the future. And Whitney wasn't opposed to it, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Tabitha told me that Chris D'Elia was asking her about me.
I said to Whitney, maybe like Eric could play your abusive boyfriend or something.
Well, her character has the voice of Chris D'Elia.
Yeah, but you're the new boyfriend who's abusive.
Or an old boyfriend who used to abuse her.
Right. Yeah, you come back and like, and that's
you still have that effect on her.
Yeah, like whenever you're around her, she like just freaks out, but secretly she's still in love with you. Oh my God, I'd love to see that.
That would be a great episode.
Would Eric play a zombie in the?
That's a good question.
Wheelchair zombie.
I've never watched that show.
It's a good show. Great show.
A lot of people do shows they've never watched when they're actors.
Would you play a wheelchair zombie?
No.
It's no fun at all.
That's where they got this sound for a buzzer. They heard Eric doing it. Sounds like the AGT buzzer.
That is a no.
Well, I'm going to work. What are your shows, real quick, what you want to be on?
I don't. Can you let me speak?
Yes.
Yeah, rude to ask a person a question and not let them answer.
All right, let him to answer, please.
The shows range on networks from Fox,
all right,
ABC, CBS.
Go ahead. Let's hear the list already.
You want the whole gamut.
Yeah, you don't have to intro it.
Well, Fox has got the new show, Ben and Kate. I watched the first episode of that already on demand.
All right.
Yeah, it's a good show.
Go ahead.
Do you do that one?
Yeah, he'd do that.
New Girl.
Okay, that's a current series. Okay.
Yeah.
Can I just help out a little bit? Because he'll tell some other ones, but I have two that he sent me because he's got plot line ideas for himself.
Let me hear it.
Okay, he wants to be on FX Anger Management. My character could be an actor that has been sent to Charlie for help because I trashed the set when I noticed craft services was out of Pepsi, and Ronnie could play my limo driver with his own anger issues.
All right, and what's the other one?
Also on FX, Sons of Anarchy.
Oh, yeah, I watched that. I love it.
The storyline can have them making a delivery of drugs or guns near Carson City, Nevada, and they stop in the Bunny Ranch for a break and have some fun with the girls. I could be in the Bunny Ranch parlor where they hang out talking to some of the girls.
Oh, you just want to be at the bunny ranch.
You want to know something? That's a pretty good plot line right there. I'd see that on Sons of Anarchy.
But all Eric is an extra in it.
No. He'd have some lines. He'd be there with the girls, and maybe, he'd be one of the...
What he just said in his plot line,
Well,
he'd be just sitting in the parlor with the girls.
He'd be sitting there, and then he'd be like one of the Johns, and he kind of starts talking to one of the girls about some stuff, and maybe he interacts with one of the Sons of Anarchy.
Well, now you're fleshing out the role. Eric didn't give himself a character or anything.
And why would Sons of Anarchy...
You know what would be good, though? What if Eric played like the Sons of Anarchy are on their bikes, and they're riding down the highway, and then they run over Eric, like a speed bump, like a raccoon.
Or somebody has Eric in a sidecar, and it just detaches and goes down the highway.
Yeah.
I'm flying.
I'd hang him from Ron Perlman's handlebars.
His character can't ride anymore.
I know he's having trouble. All right, anyway.
Get back on that bike.
I'll ride on Jax's bike.
Hey, Jax, you're hot. All right. Well, listen, Eric. Congratulations on your 10th anniversary as a caller to the show.
He didn't give us his full list of shows.
Oh, please, Robin. You're killing me here.
I'm always fascinated.
Community and Parenthood are two more, but he had no plot lines for them.
Community and Parenthood. All right. There you go, Robin.
All right. Well, Ben and Kate he wants to be on. And New Girl. I don't know what
New
he's
Girl.
supposed to play, yeah.
No, maybe he plays a girl.
Another girl.
Would you ever be in drag for a role?
No, I would not.
Uh-huh. No.
And what I would play on those two shows is a guy that the main female character of each show would be going out on a date with.
Would you play a baby on Parenthood? Like a guy, let's say you're a guy or a criminal and you have to break in, so you go to a daycare center, you get in a crib, and you're sort of pretending to be a baby so that you can rob the place.
No.
No, you're hard to write for. See, that to me would be a good show, like on Parenthood, they take the kid to they're checking out some, I've never seen the show, but I would imagine there's young kids involved, and they go to the daycare center, and there in the daycare center is this baby.
That's real nice that you've never seen a show when two of the people involved with it are big fans of your show.
Who's on it?
Dax.
Oh.
Dax Shepard, plus isn't Ron Howard a big fan of your show?
Yeah. Well, I can't watch all the shows. I have so many fans, Eric. I can't watch all of their shows. You know. Hey, look at the way you treat your fans. Poor Javier can't even get on your Twitter. Don't criticize me.
You're both the same.
Well, he doesn't have to like me. I still like him. It's okay, Eric.
But, that'd be a pretty good episode so Eric's in the, he's in the, let's say, an orphanage or what, I don't know, like a daycare center. And at first they look at him and go, that one looks strange. And they're like, and he just goes, I have aging disease.
I can't believe Eric doesn't want to be on Glee.
Oh, hell no.
Really? No?
Sounds like it's right up your alley.
I think he would love that.
Not at all.
Would you play one of those gay, chorus kids?
Don't stop.
No.
You would never play gay. You would never play a gay character.
Nope. The only shows that I would be on that have any gay type thing one would be the New Normal and Modern Family.
I see.
Mm-hmm.
Would you be like a baby on Modern Family?
No. This kind of
would you play a meth baby on Breaking Bad? No?
Like somebody had a big meth habit and you became the baby.
And then all of a sudden, the doctor, they show her giving birth and everything, and then, oh my God, there's complications, and then all of a sudden they cut to, the baby coming out, and it's you. And they're like, look what meth did to the baby. And then, it would be very, very anti-drug. It would be good. People would stop doing meth if they saw that.
The idea that I came up with for Modern Family was I would play a math teacher for Manny, and my character would get the hots for his mom.
All right. Well, anyway, hey, happy anniversary, Javier. I hope you get added back to Eric's Twitter following.
Let's hope so.
Eric, are you political at all? Have you come out for Romney or Obama?
I'm Democrat, so yes, I would go for Obama, not Romney.
Right.
As Jesse Ventura would say, you're a Democrat.
Right.
I'm a Democrat.
Are little people allowed to vote, Robin?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah? Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes.
Only for felons aren't, but little people are.
Yeah, I didn't know if you guys were allowed
It's
to
an
vote.
age thing, not a little people.
I just wanted to ask Eric that question, see what he said.
And I was wondering, do you have any?
Don't you think that's against like little people? How do they vote? Because those things are up high.
I'm sure they get help.
What do you do, Eric, when you vote? Do you do absentee? Yeah.
Yes.
Absentee
I see.
ballot.
I was trying to ask, do you have any prize money?
No, boy. In honor of your 10th anniversary?
Eric, not Wendy.
Yeah. I don't think we do, actually. Although we do have money for Javier, your fan.
Oh, great. Can I ask you something, Howard?
Yes.
Do you think it would be fun? I think this is one of the things that bothers Eric. Do you think it would be funny at all to pit Eric against myself in an Eric the Actor trivia contest?
Like, in other words, see who can answer more questions?
I mean, wouldn't it be funny if I actually beat him at knowing more about himself than he?
Yeah, we got to have some money for that. What is it, JD?
He's doing a block party this weekend. He doesn't need any money.
Oh, he's getting paid.
What is that?
Yeah, he's getting paid.
Doesn't he get a couple of grand for that?
Oh, I don't know about that, but I mean, I don't know why he's begging for money.
You're getting paid this weekend, aren't you?
Yeah.
Stop being a freeloader like Mitt Romney says and go to work.
Now, maybe Mitt Romney's onto something. No wonder you're for Obama. You get your hand out.
Hey, thanks, JD.
If you call that a hand.
Gary, do we have any, is there a way that, in the commercials we could put together really quick a 5-question contest between Javier and Eric for, some money?
I think I have some money, but what kind of a contest?
Where we ask Eric the Actor trivia about his various appearances on the show, and then see who can answer more questions. Javier's claiming he can beat Eric at his own trivia game.
I definitely have the money. Let me see if I can work on the game.
Yeah, I mean, it's short notice. I don't know anything about Eric the Actor, so I don't know that I can be much help. I would want to hear that. Would you, Robin?
I'd love it.
All right, Eric, hold on. Javier, hold on. Let me see if I can throw something together. I'm not guaranteeing anything.
Can I quickly make a couple little promotions?
Oh, boy.
Can you wait till after the commercial?
Eric, it's not a good time to promote when you've bored everybody to death.
Yeah, right. No one wants to see you now. Hold on. If it wasn't for Javier, you wouldn't even be interested.
Right.
Hold on.
Well, one of the things...
Oh, my God.
Hold on. I got a break.
Already promoted.
We're coming back after the
hold on.
commercial.
What a great 10th anniversary this is. I think I just...
Did you cut him off?
No, I think he's still on hold. Javier, you're still there, right?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, let me see if I can get you on hold. Oh, boy. Hold on. I think I might have hung up.
You might have hung up on Javier, too.
I don't know. I don't even know. All right, we'll be back right after these words. Hey, Gary, can you help me with this game for Eric the Actor?
Yeah.
I know we got bamboozled into this. Give me some prize money, and let's see if who wins. I think we only have 3 questions for the Eric the Actor game. Again, we had to do this at short notice.
Eric, here's another one I noticed.
There's not that much information out there about Eric.
All right.
Do you want to do the questions, or you want me to do them?
You better do them, because I can't read that. All right. Let me get these guys on the phone. There's Eric the Actor. Eric, you there?
Yes.
All right, let me get Javier. Javier, you there?
Yep.
All right, we're playing for $500 cash from Steven Singer Jewelers. Visit IHateStevenSinger.com today. Great guy, Steven Singer. Give you a good deal. All right, here's the game. There's going to be 3 questions. So therefore, someone will win.
You got to have the best 2 out of 3.
Right.
Right. All right, now, nobody blurt out any answers. Here we go. I'll go to Eric the Actor first. Ask him the question. If he gets it wrong, Gary, I assume we'll go to Javier with the same question.
Right. Correct. Don't blurt out answers.
Robin, shh. All right, here we go. Don't blurt out the answer, Robin. Robin's the next.
I'm reminding myself.
Right. All right, here we go. Eric the Actor first.
In Eric's first phone call to the Stern Show, who did he say were the top 2 chicks he masturbated to?
Eric, go ahead. You have very few seconds to answer. Eric, are you there?
Yes.
Who were the two chicks you said you masturbate to?
He's on the internet.
Cut up. That's why I'm making him answer right away. Eric, answer now. All right, Eric, we're going to hit the buzzer.
Wait.
Take a guess real quick.
I know one of them off the top of my head was Beverly Mitchell.
All right, Beverly Mitchell. And who else?
Yeah, you need both. Why would you give up the name now that it's going to go over to Javier?
Who knows if he's right. All right. Eric, I got to give you a no. You did not mention the two women. I'm not going to say whether Beverly Mitchell is right or not. Let's go to Javier. Javier, who are the two women?
Well, actually, that's a tough one. So I'm going to say one of them is Beverly Mitchell because he said it. I'm going to say the other one is Pamela Anderson.
All right. Is he right?
The answer is Beverly Mitchell from Seventh Heaven and Britney Spears.
All right. Well, you're both wrong.
Both wrong.
Sorry, guys. There'll be no money for you, base of that.
Now we could wind. No, never mind. Go on.
All right, Javier. Yeah, I know.
I might have another one.
All right. Javier, you're going to go first. Gary, ask him the question.
Javier, who were the three celebrities in studio with Eric the Midget when he came in for his only in-studio appearance in 2008?
Javier, who were the three?
All right. It was Diana DeGarmo.
Go ahead.
It was Natalie Maine.
Go ahead.
And the wrestler, I forgot his name. The wrestling guy that came in with Diana DeGarmo. Oh, man.
You're running out of time.
Hurry. Could be the name of a wrestler.
I can't remember the name of the guy.
All right.
Now we got to move it over to Eric.
All right, let's go over to Eric. Eric, go ahead.
Kurt Angle, Natalie Maines, and Diana DeGarmo.
That is correct.
All right.
Javier had it. He just couldn't pull out.
One.
I feel bad for Javier because he really had it. But
this is the game.
And there you go. So 1 for Eric. And now the final question. If Javier ties up, Eric, you'll go first. You can put it away right here. Go ahead, Gary.
What TV job did Eric turn down because he thought it was too satanic?
Eric?
The animated cartoon on the Cartoon Network.
Is that correct, Gary?
I don't remember the name of the show.
Oh, he doesn't know the name? That is incorrect. You do not know the name of the show, all right? Javier, you can get back in the game. Gary, give him the question again.
What job on TV did Eric turn down because he thought it was too satanic?
It was a satanic cartoon. I don't think he said the name of the show, but there's not a name of a show, it's a particular network.
What kind of question is that? You want the name of the network, or you want the
name of this network?
The name of the network. Now we had to ask Eric again.
We have to ask Eric again. Did you
actually, Eric gave me the name of the network.
Oh, so he answered the question?
No, he didn't. He gave an answer.
And it was incorrect?
Wasn't correct.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Gary, this is a horrible game.
He might have been correct. I don't.
Sal was involved. He made.
I have an answer here, and I don't know.
Wait a second. You trusted Sal to make the game?
You gave me 4 minutes.
All right.
Sal and Richard put this game together.
No wonder this is going so badly.
Oh my God! They're two retarded people put the game together.
It was very quick.
What?
Wait, we're not out of time yet.
Sal, you idiot!
Which channel?
That was correct. It was a satanic cartoon on the Cartoon Network.
Is the Cartoon Network correct, Sal? It's not. Sal says it's not correct.
Is it a particular show? It's called Adult Swim.
Adult
That's
Swim
the
is
Cartoon
correct.
Network, you moron.
Well, evidently Adult Swim is right.
Cartoon Network.
Gary, I think the game is.
It's the answer is Adult Swim. I don't know what Adult Swim is
But that's
on.
the question.
Well, no, it's answer.
Oh, you know what? I knew I shouldn't have gotten involved in this game. Even when Eric said he needed money, I should have just hung up.
I agree.
I hate Sal. I hate Eric. And I hate Javier now.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. And they did nothing wrong. Adult Sal, you're such a...
Can I tell you something?
Yeah.
Okay,
I'd rather you say I can't come up with a game.
No,
than get it wrong.
I can.
Okay, go
I
ahead.
had to come up with immediate facts that had documented 8/9/11. He said he turned down a satanic show from Adult Swim. And that was
it's
it.
a cable television network.
Well, I didn't know.
Shared space with Cartoon Network.
Right, so
I
it
didn't
is
know it was
its
a
own-
network, but it was for the Adult
But
Swim
I'm saying
show.
the question so
It's so specific. What did he turn down? What satanic role did he turn down? And he made it perfectly
you said
clear.
What satanic role did he turn down? But you were looking for the name of a network.
Or a show. It just said, what satanic show did he turn down?
Right. And
so
that's
when
it.
he said Cartoon Network, I'm looking at Adult Swim. I don't know what that means.
You wrote a question that's ridiculous.
It's for Adult Swim. He said
yeah,
the
but
wrong
we
show.
don't listen to. Read the question you wrote down.
The question. Can I have the question, please?
You didn't ask for the name of the network.
But it was specific, right? You wouldn't say
Oh my God, you're retarded. It's impossible to deal with
not. You just love doing this to me.
No, you can't explain.
Yes, I can.
Go ahead, read the question.
What job on TV did Eric turn down because he thought it was too satanic?
But that's not
Adult
the
Swim.
Adult Swim.
Adult Swim is the show.
No, it's a network.
Well, then it was
idiot.
It was documented that way, Howard. I can show you the document.
Sal, what keep up?
What am I?
There's nothing clear about that question. We're asking.
We don't know what you're asking for.
You could never write for a game show. What are you asking for? Adult Swim is the name of the network. You got to say what was the name of the network that Eric almost worked for.
It was the Cartoon Network, Howard. Adult Swim is on.
But that's not your question. Read the question.
What
again.
Job on television did Eric turn down?
That
What
has
job?
nothing to do with a network.
I agree, but there is no I never said a network in here.
So what
but the keyword is satanic. There's only one show he turned down that was satanic. Was Adult Swim.
Adult Swim's the name of a network.
It's not a show.
It's not a show.
Well, Jason Kaplan just said that it's on the Cartoon Network.
Yeah, no.
Adult
It is
Swim
a network that shares space.
Okay, but it was it was documented.
Sal, you're an idiot.
It was documented
Sal,
when he called in. He said this specifically. This is a specific
Sal,
quote.
listen to me. Your IQ is so corrupt and low.
Stop. It is
that
not.
you don't even know what I'm saying to you.
Yes, I do.
It's not a question of
I know what a network is. Like you work in AGT. The network is NBC. I know the difference.
So what would the question be?
What show were you on television?
AGT.
Right. What show did he turn down satanically on TV?
He didn't turn down Adult Swim.
Is the
That's
network.
not the name.
What? It doesn't matter. He's
Satanically. You're an idiot. You're a moron.
When he explained it.
You know what a moron this guy is? I got to tell everybody. Hold on. We're in the middle of a game. I know. I got to tell you what a dummy he is.
We're stopping the game for a second.
I'm not a moron. I come up with good ideas here. Ideas.
So yesterday.
Hello?
Hansy, it's Shuli. Listen, relax, brothers. It's me.
I'm not
Relax.
gonna relax, man. I'm only being fucked with. You know I'm being fucked with. You know I'm...
I don't know what you're talking about, though, bro. That's what I'm trying to find out.
They make fun of me. They say trolls after me. They don't give me movies. They don't give me TV shows. They don't do all I get do is harass. And I make a big joke. And I'm mentally ill. And I'm going to kill people. And when they put out there, I'm going to say, fuck Howard died. I hate him. Kids, and I kill people. His success. Damn.
Hansy, ladies and gentlemen, Hans.
I had to kill people to get my success?
Children, I think.
I had to kill children? He's scaring me a little bit.
Well, you know, this was what happens, Howard. Sometimes people get worse. They don't stay at the same spot you found them.
Oh. Someone just said to me, Eric the actor would sound like Hansy if he just had the energy. Eric, is that true? You would sound like Hansy?
No, I don't think so.
Like you have that kind of anger, it's just you don't have the physical ability to get that worked up.
And what he's talking about more than likely is what's going on with me, people harassing him on Twitter or Facebook or whatever.
Well, there's an easy way to solve that problem.
Yeah, and I don't tell people to harass anybody. You guys are all nuts.
Get off Facebook and Twitter.
Yeah. Why don't you cancel your account? You wouldn't have to deal with it.
Because, like other people, I like to follow what the other people on Twitter are doing.
Yeah, so why don't you make an account that isn't in your name? Don't make an announcement that you're Eric the actor heard on the Howard Stern show, and just follow people. No, you really do like all the action. You guys aren't
And so
honest.
you're going to have to deal with what comes with that notoriety.
And part of the fun is people harassing you. But you should see people write to me. I kind of think it's funny that somebody would spend their day like that.
That's not fun at all.
Well, then why would you be on it? And why are you guys blaming me? You come on my show, you're going to be known. You can't have it both ways. Anyway, I got to go.
Are you going to let me speak?
Can you do it quickly?
The only way for me to follow as many people as I'm following is to have a whole bunch of people following me.
I don't think so.
I don't think that's right.
You can follow anybody you want.
Yeah, you just
No, you cannot follow over 3,000 people unless 30,000 or so are following you.
Is that true?
What?
Well, you cannot follow more people than...
You mean you want to follow more than 3,000 people?
Yes.
He gets a lot of time.
Oh, my goodness.
Most people...
Because 3,000 sounds like plenty.
I don't think I follow more than 50 because so many people are annoying.
But if you were going to follow a lot of people, 3,000 sounds like plenty.
That's enough. Pick your favorite 3,000 and follow them and be anonymous.
Have you watched any of Jimmy's show? He did pretty good last week.
Yeah, he did great last week. Yes, I did watch some of it. I think he's doing great. You know, I'm his biggest fan. I hope he does great. Yeah, what is it, JD?
Eric, you're able to see, there's a feed thing, and you can see who Eric starts following at a certain time. There was a day where Eric followed about 50 accounts that all involved double D breasts or big boobs or whatever.
And is that the kind of thing you really want out there?
Yeah, wouldn't you want to do that in an anonymous way?
Yeah, Eric, aren't you embarrassed to be following like 50 women in one day with double D breasts?
No, I'm straight. I mean,
Yeah, but I'm straight too, but it makes you look like you're a mess. You know what I mean?
Well, he is.
Yeah, but you don't want to. I'm a mess too, but I don't want to appear to be. I want to act like I'm above.
There's no hiding that Eric's a mess.
Well,
I'm ready to have life.
Isn't it enough that he follows 20 titty women? Like, why does it have to be 50? How many titty women do you have to follow in order to get that satisfied?
Oh, my goodness.
I'm
What were all those titty women doing that was so interesting?
Yeah, but like, what do the titty women do?
Post photos of big breasts.
And you watch that all day? 50 different big-breasted women?
All right, that I could see, but who are the other?
But I'm just saying, what else? You don't need 3,000 to get that.
The titties become...
Well, I follow actors, athletes, singers.
All right, who has the best Twitter account out of all the actors you follow?
Well, I could tell you two people that have the craziest tweets. Jose Canseco and Iron Sheik.
Iron Sheik and Jose Canseco. All right. All right. This is all fascinating, so I'm going to go.
But we can't help you, Eric. The public is the public. They do what they do.
Yeah, and Hansy, I have nothing. Well, I can't even get through to Hansy. Every time I try to explain it to him, he's like, you are trying, you are doing it. You're telling people.
Yeah, he knows you're lying to him.
And then I sit at home and think about him.
Also, last week, a caller asked you why your staff had to go to CES.
Yeah, why did they?
Simple. Consumer electronics. The only way to listen to the show.
Okay. Eric, I got to go, okay? Thank you. Bye. That explanation was awful. Simple. Consumer electronics.
I'm glad Eric understands.
Yeah, I can't tell you how irritated I was at, like, Gary and...
By the way, Eric the Actor, I want to congratulate you. Eric the Actor was now on Inside the Actor's Studio.
Oh, really?
Over the weekend. I don't know how many people saw it. It was fantastic. I'll play you a clip.
What is your favorite word? What is your least favorite?
Of course, I should mention that he was on with Jeff the Drunk.
So they had to share, Billy?
They did, yeah.
What is your favorite word?
Don't.
What is your least favorite word?
No more. Technically, wouldn't both of those be two words? Loser.
What turns you on?
Acting. First off, like you've ever acted before. Big boobs.
What turns you off?
Midgets. People that are white trash.
What sound or noise do you love?
The sound of a beer opening. Sound of the A's winning. And the announcer is announcing the win. That's the dumbest answer ever.
What sound or noise do you hate?
The sound of the A's winning. Sound of Jeff's voice.
The question the students wait for each week, what is your favorite curse word? What profession other than your own would you like to attempt?
Parachuting. Well, would have liked to have been a baseball player. What happened?
What profession would you not like to participate in?
Anything that revolves around garbage.
If heaven exists, what would you like to hear God say when you arrive at the pearly gates?
The bar is open.
There's no idiots up here.
You're already there, asswipe.
Well, there it is. Eric, congratulations on your appearance on Inside the Actors Studio.
They make a good team, actually.
Yeah, they're good together, like New Abbott and Costello.
Now, I'm mainly calling in for something you said earlier during your discussion about Darren Young.
The gay wrestler.
Yes.
Yes, I said his parents were embarrassed that he was a wrestler.
That is disrespectful. Do you know how many fans in WWE and...
Do you know sarcasm, you maniac? Do you know sarcasm? I said his parents were embarrassed. You assume they were embarrassed because he was gay. No, they were embarrassed because he was a wrestler. That's a joke.
They shouldn't be embarrassed for either.
Oh, my God, Eric.
Oh, Eric.
Way to not get a joke.
Eric, this is your low IQ speaking. It's a joke.
Eric, well, it wasn't a funny one.
Of course it's funny. Think about what I did there. I go, hey, so Robin, there's a new gay wrestler, and he just came out of the closet, and his parents said that they were embarrassed because he was a wrestler. You don't think that's brilliant?
No.
Wow, tough crowd.
Eric,
you're harder to please than Heidi Klum.
Is there nothing funny about wrestling and wrestlers? Eric?
Well, I mean, the whole thing...
Hey, Vince wants to talk to you, Eric. Go ahead, Vince.
Hey, Howard, I thought that Eric was banned, but, you know, you got such a great heart, and you're a great guy and everything, but... This guy's ripping you.
Well, Vince, he doesn't get the joke. Eric, when is it okay to joke around about the WWE?
I don't know.
Hey, Eric, I got news for you. The WWE is fake. It's fake. It's not even sports. It's just fake. It's scripted. It's acting.
Yeah, what do you say to that?
I know that, idiot.
Look at you. It takes wrestling seriously, moron.
Oh, by the way, Eric, I heard your audition. Thank you, Vince. I heard the audition for the WWE that you did. That was not a good audition. Eric got offered some kind of gig. What was the gig, Eric?
Well, I haven't been offered it yet. I've been talking to a wrestler that is a free agent right now.
Yeah, what was this job you're auditioning for? Was it a talk show?
No. I'm trying to become the manager of the wrestler that's a free agent named Matt Morgan.
Oh, okay. So Eric put together a tape of him doing wrestling shtick?
Okay.
Shirley, you know about this?
Yeah, apparently Johnny was supposed to get him set up with some people. So Eric's dream is to be a manager in wrestling.
Right.
He wants to manage a tag team.
Did you hear his tape of his audition?
Well, so Eric texted me upset that Johnny had dropped the ball yet again.
Well, of course. I mean, listen to this. This is not...
So I
he got the tape and dropped the ball.
So I said, audition, leave it for me on my phone.
Right.
I have tons of connections at WWE.
Is that true?
No, but I got you, and they're listening.
Okay.
And I figured, leave it on there, and let's see what it sounds like.
All right, here's a little bit of Eric. Eric, this is wild.
This is a message to the WWE Universe and the WWE. My name...
And what WWE? What's that?
This is a message for the... and the WWE. Why wouldn't you begin again?
I don't know why I didn't begin again, because I guess would require me to call hang up.
All right, let me keep playing. Let me keep playing.
You gotta hear. In the middle of this audition, my voicemail cuts off. There's a time limit on it.
Well, believe me, I'm not going to make it through the full 2 minutes.
He has to call back and continue his audition.
Also known as Eric the Actor. I've been a long time fan of pro wrestling. And one thing I've noticed lately, there's a lot of false perceptions going around in the WWE. Bray Wyatt's perception of there's no such thing as heroes. The Shield's perception that they are the hounds and deliverers of justice. The real
Can you
American
imagine how boring this is? Oh, and it goes on and I can't even play it because it's so boring. Everyone will tune out.
You ever heard a manager so monotone in wrestling? Like I told Eric, I said, your manager's supposed to scream and yell. That's half of wrestling.
Eric, if you're going to be Eric, the WWE is over the top. You got to be.
I know that.
You're going to change everything here.
He was angry.
We're have quiet discussions about wrestling.
I should just shut up and play the rest of this because you never hear a more boring thing.
You have to hear the whole thing.
Swagger and Jeb Coulter and Antonio Cesaro, thinking that they are real Americans, that no one else matters in this country, that immigrants don't matter. That's false perception. A lot of our American history comes from immigrants.
That's
what
a classroom.
I want to do is I want to kill all the false perceptions. And
so I'm listening to this.
This is edited, by the way.
I know. I'm listening to it at home, and I go, I can't even play this on the air because
what is he talking about?
Who knows?
There's different groups in the WWE that he's calling out.
Right. Eric, horrible audition. Go back and do a new one.
You don't want anybody to send that one in.
You say I'm disrespectful to the WWE. Presenting that as an audition is incredibly disrespectful.
That's as if you didn't know the WWE at all.
Jeff the Drunk, you're on the air. What do you want to say?
That's horrible, Eric. And I do believe that you have a crush on that gay wrestler.
Jeff,
is that true?
Jeff called me and told me he thinks Eric wants to be the gay wrestler's manager more than anything.
Exactly.
These two go back and forth all day
Eric,
long.
what do you think of that you have a crush on the gay wrestler?
No, I do not.
I think you want him.
Shut up, you piece of trash.
Eric, you have a role in the movie that we have to
Never mind that, Eric. Would you be the gay? Eric, would you be the gay wrestler's manager if the WWE gave you that job?
No.
Wow.
So the
joke offended you, but you won't represent the guy.
Hey, let me speak.
Go ahead.
The reason why is I don't want to enter the WWE as a heel manager. And right now, the tag team of time players are heels.
You're a heel. You're about as tall as a heel.
You're about as tall.
You come up to my heel.
These two need to get on the road, man.
But Eric, if you're telling me...
Go kill another 100 brain cells with pot.
Gladly.
Gladly. By the way, Jeff has a history with WWE as well.
Wait, what is Eric saying? That the gay wrestler
is a bad guy.
It's a bad guy, and Eric doesn't want to come in as a bad guy's man.
He doesn't want to represent bad guys.
Eric is the only guy who's an actor who has stipulations before he even gets the part.
I mean, can you imagine, this guy wants more than ever to be in the WWE, and he won't even take an entry level as a bad guy's manager.
If you wanted to be in that bad, they go, hey, we need you to be a funny janitor. You should be like, all right, where's the mop?
Would you be a gay wrestler's good guy manager?
Yes.
Oh.
But you'd have to wear a feathered boa down in the ring and be all glittered out.
Eric the Fairy.
Eric the Fairy? Would you change your name to Eric the Fairy?
No.
All right, well, fascinating. All right, Jeff, thank you, and Eric, thank you.
Howard?
Yes.
I got the role.
Did you?
Script, and I've been practicing, and I'm ready to go.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Jeff.
You're ready for your audition.
I hung up on him. He was annoying.
Yeah, Jeff got a call like 2 years ago from the WWE. They go, we want you to come down to this event in Albany.
Yeah.
They go, we want you to do something with Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Oh, wow.
Shave your head, get ready, bring beers, all this stuff. Turns out it was an entire scam.
Oh.
He showed up outside the venue with a shaved head, beer. And his name wasn't on any list.
Oh,
He brought like his nephew with him. Oh, it was terrible.
Oh, my God.
Terrible.
Wish I hadn't hung
Who
up
did it? Does anybody ever know who scammed?
We tried.
Sal.
We tried. It was not in-house, I swear. But
Right. That's cruel.
Wow.
I wish I could play you more of Eric's audition because it's a part 2.
Let me hear. I want to listen.
Yeah, but it's boring. All right.
the best is when he gets cut off.
All right. Well, all right. Assume he's been cut off, and now here he's back.
Next message. As I was saying, I will not be the one showing the physical, brutal aggression. But I did say I have the big blueprint to show the brutal aggression, and I will manage them big time.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine if they put him on?
They don't know when to cut away for commercial.
I would love it. Oh, I wish they would hire him.
Oh, my God.
That's what I
He'd
said.
never get a statement out.
If there's anybody with a brain in their head at WWE and they hear this,
Yeah, but, I mean,
find something for
But
them.
could you really sit through this? I mean, as much as I
They're
love
always
Eric,
going to cut him off.
I had to cut this off at my house. Like, I was listening to it, and I was laughing, and then I went, oh, my God, it just goes on and on and on.
Listen, there are people that sit through entire, ball surgery shows. There's some people that would sit through that.
I don't know.
But, he'll be the worst manager in wrestling history.
Be great.
So beware that in time, the Shield, the Wyatt family,
I don't even know what
the
he's
Real
saying.
Americans, and Heyman's guys will all be in that ring with crimson red pouring out of their head.
Can I say something, Eric? I don't even know anything about wrestling, but I would be a better audition than this for a manager. I watch sometimes, like for 2 seconds of wrestling, and I'd be better than you at this. Let me tell you something right now. Anyone. Give me the name of a wrestler, Eric.
Brock Lesnar.
Anyone who messes with my client, Brock Lesnar, will go down. You will go down. I guarantee it. And that's a promise. Now let's get in that ring and prove something right now. And by the way, Brock Lesnar, my client, does not get in the ring. Whatever's in it.
Whatever.
He does not get in the ring for less than $1 million. So you can forget about the next matches. I'm not negotiating. Something like that. They all yell and scream.
When I watch
What
wrestling,
you're talking about, we don't even know, Eric.
when I used to watch wrestling, they'd sit there, the wrestlers would talk, and then they'd just go, tell about it, baby! And then the manager would say, let me tell you something! And the level wouldn't change. It wouldn't be a guy half asleep.
Do you hear what we're saying?
Right. Yeah, they go to Eric after the wrestler goes, I'm mad as hell and can't take it anymore. And go, we are going
It's like your
to...
volume broke.
Wrestling these days.
As I was saying.
Or trying to.
Eric, you understand what we're saying?
Yes.
All right, so you got to go back to the drawing board. You got to do a better audition.
Call my
Or
phone.
maybe this isn't the part for you.
Yeah, call Shuli's phone and do better.
I'd like to actually say that I know somewhere where there's a better audition, but yet
Mars?
I don't really want to say because the fact it's with another company.
All right. Okay, anyway, I got to go, Eric. All right, thank you. Thank you.
You gave a better audition somewhere else.
I was sabotaging
What is it, JD?
myself.
I really want you to play the clip of the wrestler that really hates him.
Hey, Eric? Oh, okay. Where is that?
It's right above those two audition clips.
You love this.
Eric, this is a wrestler that hates your guts.
I listen to Howard Stern. I'm a big fan of Howard Stern. I like him a lot.
This is the TNA podcast.
This is Bobby Roode, I believe is his name.
Bobby Roode. You know Bobby Roode, Eric?
I'm aware of him.
Okay.
I love the show. But the one thing that I cannot stand, out of everybody on his show, out of everybody that he has on his show, the one person, the one thing that I absolutely cannot stand and have to turn the channel on is when that stupid little Eric, the actor, gets on the air. It's like nails on a chalkboard, and I literally want to go through my radio. I want to grab him by his ears, and I want to stick my foot in his face and kick him just as hard as I can. I cannot stand him.
Well, understanding there's some animosity there, but what is the real? You just don't like him personally? Have you? I mean, you've met him before, or what?
We've, had a conversation, if you could even call that. But the fact is, I mean, when he was at one of our shows, I saw him hanging around the Knockouts locker room like some little stupid little perv, waiting for something to drop on the floor so he can pick it up and smell it, or asking people to get him free T-shirts at the merchandise stand. What? Take $20 out of your pocket, get off your wallet, and buy it yourself. I mean, what, do you want handouts because you look the way you do? Because you talk the way you do? Because you're a freaking moron? You want handouts? Get out of here.
Well, just for the record, there was an invited guest of mine.
He should never be a guest of anybody's.
Well, and that's the issue at hand. And I guess I have to publicly apologize to Eric.
Wait, hold on.
I cut off all communication with Eric upon your request.
Okay, but I got a question for you. Yeah. This Eric the actor guy lives in California, correct? The last time we talked, he was in San Francisco laying on his bed at, 5 in the afternoon, like a lazy piece of crap, right?
Oh.
Right? So he
lives in California. Yeah.
Well, in October, Bound for Glory, we have a huge show coming to the San Diego area. He's going to be there. Tell me, are you going to invite this guy back to our show? You're going to invite him to Bound for Glory in San Diego?
I would obviously consult.
Let me guess, you're going to leave him those tickets, those special little tickets you always leave your stupid little friends.
Eric says he's always wanted to get in the ring.
Oh, he wants to get in the ring. He wants to get in the ring. Well, I'll tell you what, you leave him those tickets because I know where your tickets are, JB. They're way up in the freaking nosebleeds. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to let Eric get in the ring because I'm going to walk up there into the nosebleeds myself. And I'm going to grab him right by the ears, and I'm going to kick him as far as I can, hopefully far enough so he lands in the middle of the ring, and then I'm going to walk down to the middle of the ring, and I'm going to pick his ass back up, and I'm going to kick him right back up in the nosebleeds. How about that?
Are you okay with me consulting Eric on at least telling him maybe it's not a good idea to come to Bound for Glory?
No, tell him to come, please. Eric, if you're listening, come to Bound for Glory.
You going to go to Bound for Glory?
I hope to.
Wow.
You're not afraid, huh?
Yeah.
No. You're not afraid of Bobby Roode?
No.
No.
Look what he's been dealing with his whole life. He's afraid of a wrestler.
All right, Eric. Well, I would say record a new audition. That's my advice. Thank you.
Get on that. We got to do it quick.
Yep. All right. Thank you.
Okay.
All right. Another call from Eric the actor. You got to love that.
I don't know. You're as addicted to him as he is to you. You banned him, and here you are talking to him almost every day.
Yeah. I can't stay away.
You can't.
Oh, shoot. I didn't realize Steven Spielberg was on the phone. Yes, Mr. Spielberg?
Yes, this is Mr. Spielberg.
Yeah, but you wanted to offer Eric a part, I guess.
Yeah, I had a great role for him coming up. I'm getting together E.T. 2, and I thought he would be a perfect E.T.
Right.
I thought he would look great with a little blanket.
I'm not sure Eric would be tall enough, actually. All right. Thank you, Steven. Thank you, Mr. Spielberg.
Yeah, how do you call Mr. Spielberg by his first name?
All right, well, there it is. Shuli, thank you. What's happening? Eric the actor, you're on the air. By the way, coming up in moments is I Want to Get My Grandpa Laid, brought to you by Bad Grandpa, opening nationwide October 25th, the new Johnny Knoxville movie, presented by Jackass. Yes, Eric.
Good morning.
You could be ready to talk when we get to you.
Why prepare?
I was calling because I think I found a date for Robin.
Really?
Well, now you have our attention.
Where did you find this date?
Robin, I found when you talk to Eric, you got to just pause for a really long time and wait for him to say something.
Over the weekend, I was down in San Diego at the Battle for Glory event with TNA, and one of the wrestlers who's from Britain named Magnus is attracted to Robin and would like to go out on a date with her.
Is that right?
We have to look him up on the internet. A wrestler named Magnus.
Magnus.
Yeah, you know, I was seeing on TV, Whitney Cummings is dating a UFC champion or something.
What?
If you go...
That's what I'm saying. It's a new thing. Like, maybe Eric's right. Maybe some kind of...
Maybe a wrestler isn't the man of my dreams.
Maybe.
There's a photo on the Twitter page.
All I hear is...
There's a photo of him.
Is his name Magnus?
Yes. That's his name.
Well, I would imagine that is not his real name.
He's 26 and in very, very good shape. He's built.
Oh.
I think he can
Eric
handle
might
it.
be onto something.
Right. Yeah, Eric, you might have your first good idea. What about Eric co-starring with me in The Man with Two Heads? Would you be in that, Eric? It's let me explain the plot to you real quick.
No, I heard it.
Would you do it?
No.
Oh, my goodness,
What?
Eric.
Jesus. Why not?
You don't want people to think you have two heads?
No, it sounds lame.
Oh, wow. Yeah, but we're not gay. We're straight.
Well, I know that.
Dude, it's going to be a huge cult hit.
And a lot of the people down at the event were saying that
Well, you're not going to be in the movie anyway because I'm going to be in it with a black guy. Hey, JD, where's the trailer for The Man with Two Heads? The Thing with Two Heads. Eric, maybe this will make you change your mind.
I can't believe, Eric. You're so difficult.
What do I do with that? I just had it.
Page 1 should be in the first column.
Thank you. Here, listen to this.
It seemed like a good idea at the time. The white bigot was dying, and the black soul brother needed time to prove his innocence. More power to you, brother.
I want to transplant my head on a healthy body. I think I like to donate my body to science after all.
So they transplanted the white head onto the black body. Who would have suspected that neither would care for the eye?
I like that they make it like onto the black body, but the black body still had a head.
Right. It's
You
not
know?
a body. It's a guy.
Right.
Idea too much.
What are you guys doing to me? Shut up. Where's the rest of you? We are joined together temporarily.
Williams, stop this car immediately. Why don't you shut up?
Hey, that's Stellar, man.
I should have known your kind stick together.
Will you please stop this infernal machine? Or just shut up? Hell! Shut up.
You a doctor? So far, so good. Then how about you taking old happy face off of here?
Shooting at us!
That's when they're driving the car.
Right. The music is going to be better in the new movie.
Yeah. Eric, don't pay any attention to the music.
Man, this car's a real dud. Could I have a cigarette? Hey, man, are we smoking while I'm eating?
Ray Milland and Rosie Greer as The Thing with Two Heads.
It's pretty good, man.
Sleep, baby.
Why don't you stay here for a little while?
It's no use, honey. Maybe when I get used to it.
Now you know you got to go.
Yeah, that's Rosie's girlfriend saying, actually, with the white guy's head on your shoulders. And he tells the white head, you gotta go. I gotta get pussy. Eric, come on. You don't think people will go to see that in 3D with today's technology? Are you out of your mind? Don't you know a
gotta
winner?
rethink your decision.
Right. I'll give you time to think about it.
I'll take the part of one of the doctors.
All right.
Oh.
Done. I got to get Eric in there as one of the doctors.
He's the doctor who does the operation.
Yeah, and then like we wake up, I'm on Roosevelt Greer's body or whoever I get to play that part, and hopefully it'll be Refrigerator Perry. And all of a sudden we wake up and I go, look at Doctor. He's worse than we are.
No wonder he performed this surgery.
Yeah, no. Hey, you dick. Why'd you leave Refrigerator Perry's head on?
I just needed a body.
Right. Well, by the way, in our version of the movie, Eric, Refrigerator Perry makes out with the doctor when he wakes up. Ooh. The doctor happens to be gay.
One head should be gay.
Yeah. No, the doctor who performs the surgery is gay.
Well, why couldn't one head be gay, too?
No, I'm not playing someone gay. People will think I'm gay. You know who'd be good as the black guy? Leon Spinks. He's excellent.
Oh, stop it.
Oh, come on. What do you stop
He
it?
can't remember lines.
It's all right. I'll be right next to him. I can whisper the lines to him. All right, Eric, I have you down as a doctor. We'll see.
A lot of people were saying they enjoy me being a part of this show.
Not the email I get.
Yeah, what do you read?
Yeah, where did you read that?
Well, that's what I was hearing from people that were down in San Diego.
I see.
Okay. All right, well, that's good to hear. All right, thanks, Eric. Take it easy. Bye.
Okay.
All right, Robin. Eric out there looking out for you, trying to get you a
he's
date.
getting me a date.
Did you look the guy up?
I did look him up.
You like it?
He's a very handsome guy.
Yeah. Sure. I see Marianne from Brooklyn's on the phone. Somebody wrote me an email yesterday. I can't even find it right now, but it was like, Bobo's suck ass, and so is Marianne. Keep him off the air. Let's see. I'll read you some stuff. Eric the actor. Wow, how you doing?
You must be calling in because your fellow thespian.
Yeah. Well, yes. Not many people have the name The Actor, and
I'm not a black panther, but I would take nuts in my ass after I give him to.
All right, enough of that. We heard that one already. Yes, go ahead, Eric.
Well, I was calling because of the fact that last week I did another acting gig. I recorded for Brickleberry.
Uh-huh.
Hey, Eric, did it bother you that I saw a lot of people on the Internet writing about the wrestling franchise TNA? You were a part of it, and they were canceled, and yet it's another thing you were a part of that got canceled. And I know the rap with you is everything Eric does gets canceled.
He's the kiss of death, yes.
Yeah, like you're kind of the kiss of death. And now TNA Wrestling was canceled. Did that bother you?
How many times do I have to repeat myself?
Go ahead.
I don't have things to do with any of those shows being canceled.
No, but you were on TNA.
Hey. Shows get canceled because lack of good writing, lack of good acting, lack of viewership. That's why shows get canceled.
Yeah, but you got to admit, in a way, it's sort of unlucky when they have you on because they all get canceled. I don't think there's one show that you were on that ever
survived. Having you on.
Okay, so then...
It is kind of a coincidence.
The show was Robin Williams that you just mentioned.
Yes.
I wasn't on that.
Well, yeah, of course.
Well, of course, other shows get canceled, but all of yours get canceled.
Right.
I have nothing to do with that.
Well, we know, but I'm saying we know you had nothing to do with it, but I'm just saying, does it bother you that people say that about you?
Yes.
Because I know even some of the songs I get are like Eric the Show Killer, or, like this song.
Eric the TV show killer, he's got carrot-colored hair. Every TV show he goes on ends up going off the air. In Plain Sight got canceled, Fringe and American Dreams. Now FX has killed off Legit, and he was only in one scene. If you want that tiny man to be on your TV show, you're playing with dynamite. With Eric, your show might be gone by tonight. Listen up, all you producers. We know you have some empathy. But if you cast Eric the actor, your TV show will be his story.
Which is kind of a funny song. I mean, all the coincidences, and then now TNA got canceled. Yeah.
All I have to say is, Sal, grow up.
Grow up.
It is,
Oh, man.
It is this simple.
Hey, what's going on with you and Gonzo? I see he's on the line, too. Let me see what he has to say real quick. What is it, Gonzo? Yes.
Hey, what's up?
Hey.
What's up, Howard?
How are you and Eric getting along?
Not very well.
I hate
Not
him.
very well at all. Yeah, he's been a real dick because he's been lately. I've been avoiding him though. I've been trying to avoid the abuse, so I haven't really been talking to him much. But I did find it interesting that TNA got canceled.
I see by looking at your profile, you're still making about me.
What did he say, Eric?
Like I caused Ebola. Right.
What?
He caused what? It's Ebola. Eric, did you cause Ebola?
Yeah, I've never even been to Africa once.
No, I think it was from when Eric took his trip to the Congo. He got Ebola, and then he brought it back to the States. That was just a rumor. That's a rumor that I heard. Yeah. So.
What else did he write about you, Eric?
Dumbass. The only foreign country that I've ever been to in my life is Canada.
Yeah, Gonzo. Here's another song about Eric killing off TV shows, in case you want to hear it.
Every show he's been on
it's not a song.
has been canceled.
He's one.
Every show he's acted on.
I thought it was a song, sorry. Yeah, who was?
Yeah, I also heard that Eric was starting the ball. I thought Eric was in jail, so I'm surprised that he's actually on the phone.
How do you get Ebola in Canada, Eric?
Eric, I thought you were starting the wildfires in California. There was like a lot of wildfires, and I thought that you might have been in jail. So I'm happy that you were able to.
You started.
He started the wildfire.
You said that Eric started the wildfires?
Yeah, like I saw the AP tweeted about Eric, or they said somebody was starting wildfires in California.
You're saying intentionally he started them?
Yeah. So I thought I was pretty sure it was Eric.
Howard, don't even listen.
I can't believe.
That logistically. Don't think
why would the AP tweet and report that though?
Well, you live in California, right?
Yeah, Eric and I both live in the same city. We both live in Sacramento. So.
Hello.
Yes.
You and I aren't the only two males in the state.
Well, was it reported that Eric was seen in the woods?
I think that's what I read. Yeah, I was going through my tweets, my mentions, and I thought I saw that. Like a lot of people were tweeting about it. So.
Eric, do you hate trees because they're tall and you're not?
You are the biggest dumb walk on the planet, Gonzo.
Eric, so what happened with TNA?
I thought it was me.
I really did too. I thought,
Eric, what happened with TNA? Or how did you manage to kill off that franchise? Because I was kind of upset because I know like the wrestlers, they have families and stuff, and I know people like Hansy are big.
Well, Eric didn't cancel TNA, but it is a coincidence, I guess, that every show he's been on has run into trouble.
Yeah, I don't want him to be on because I really enjoy it. So if we can just make sure Eric doesn't go on that show.
I love it.
yeah, please, Eric, don't do it.
Eric, are you up for a part in?
Please, no, Eric.
No. Okay.
So far, we're safe.
All right.
Well, Eric, you wanted to say something. What you said you just recorded lines for Brickleberry. How's that show doing? Is it?
That show will be done in a month.
Yeah, don't start airing episodes till September.
Oh, they may never air.
I hope that show stays on the air because that's Yucko's show, and I hope it stays on the air.
If he kills Yucko's show, that's a double tragedy.
Right.
Yeah.
We're all going to be watching it to make sure that we want to see if it goes down or not. What is it, Gary?
Howard, you know who the great director Paul Feig is, the guy who Bridesmaids and Heat and all those movies. So we had him on at Comic-Con.
Yeah.
And he talked about Eric in two ways. He said, first of all, he would never hire Eric because of, he loves the show and he loves Eric and he thinks Eric's interesting, but he hears the difficulties that you get, when you get Eric. But he also said that there's a superstitious part of him.
Right.
That if I use Eric, will I be killing my project?
Wow.
Well, it's I think it's only a coincidence.
11 times?
No.
Howard, how many? Look how many shows there's been. Look how they've all died. They've all died.
Wait a minute. Hey, Gary, who's bad with Matt now? I have 5 gigs now. How did I cancel 11 shows?
Right.
You win.
Well, we're still here. Eric's on our show.
Yeah, he hasn't killed our show.
You're something special.
We're ground zero, I guess.
And Eric never acted on.
We're the roaches of the.
We created the evil.
Yeah, we're roaches. You can't kill us. There you go.
Yeah, Eric the show killer.
Ah, come on. So Eric,
I wish Mr. Strauss would call in again, because when he talked to you before I was on In Plain Sight, he said these words: In Plain Sight is having their final season.
Right.
No matter what.
That way you couldn't kill it. He probably waited.
Right. All right, so there you go. There's proof, Gonzo, okay?
All right, well, Yucko, if you're listening, don't be careful, Yucko. I'm sorry for Yucko in advance, because it just I feel awful for all these shows that have been murdered by this serial killer.
Hey, let's go on to something. Let's go on to something happy. Let's talk about getting Eric the actor laid. I mean, when's the last time you got any, Eric?
2009.
What?
2009.
Oh, I think you said just the other night. I was like, what?
What's happening? The world just shifted on its axis.
2009. You know, when you ask a guy when he was last time he got laid and he goes back years, it's depressing. Let's see. What year is this? 2014. Let me do some quick math. Right. 2009. Then let's round that off to 10. That's 1 year.
5 years.
Oh, thank you. You want me to check that math, or you got that right?
I think a man who hasn't had it that long knows. How.
Don't you picture like Eric's bed, and next to the bed on the wall is like those chalk marks like prisoners put on the wall?
Scratching.
And there's 5 years worth of marks.
Mathematics just died.
Yeah.
Because Eric just did math.
Eric, 5 years. That's a long time. And he did. He loved
Is it time to break?
Bunny Ranch style?
Yeah.
He loves that Bunny Ranch. You loved it, right?
Yes, one problem though.
What?
With my condition right now, I can't go to high elevation.
Oh dear.
Oh my.
Oh dear.
Is in high elevation.
I would say.
You know, the only pussy Eric can get
is in high elevation.
is where he can't go.
Is there some pussy palace that's on low elevation? Do they have an underground location for the Bunny Ranch?
Something at sea level, please.
Yeah, anything at sea level. Do they have a Bunny Ranch in Death Valley? One problem, though. What's that? I can't go to high elevation. Oh my God.
I actually think I know some girls that would Eric. So we live in the same town. If
oh yeah.
I could probably hook him up, but.
You think you can get Eric laid?
Oh, I know I could. He's like a celebrity. Like I know some girls that are pretty hot that would be down, but Eric's kind of a dick, so.
Are you just saying that to screw with his head?
Right. Yeah.
No, actually no. I'm pretty sure I know at least 2 girls that would be willing to at least like give him like a hand job and like
So can you hook him up?
Yeah, I'd be happy to, but Eric's been he's been kind of a dick to me lately, so I'm not really.
What if he apologized?
If he apologized, yeah, and he unblocked me, I would be down for that.
And you think you could get him a hand job?
Yeah, I could send him some pictures tonight of these girls. I have some pretty cute friends that would be, they're, Stern Show fans that would be willing.
Do they live in high elevation?
No.
Are they willing to come down?
Are they willing to come down to Eric's elevation?
Yeah. They actually already live in this elevation, so it'd be perfect for Eric.
Would they be willing to give Eric a hand job in a submarine if we had to submerge him?
Yeah, I'm sure they would. If Eric was willing to do it.
I'd like to interview a girl willing to with Eric for free.
I can arrange that.
And you say these girls are hot, huh?
Yeah, I mean, well, for Eric, it's not. I mean, Eric, they're
are they fat?
No. Actually, I know one of them. She's pretty hot. I actually used to bang her myself. But
do you know any girls would any of these girls take their boobs and jerk Eric off with their boobs?
Yeah. No, I don't think they would be down to make out with him because that might be a little weird. But I'm sure they would be down to like jerk him off or give him if Eric would be down for that.
You think they'd put lotion on their hands when they jerk him off?
Yeah.
They wouldn't do anything lame like wear a glove or something, would they?
Maybe.
Yeah, who cares?
No, they wouldn't care. They wouldn't, as long as Eric was a gentleman. But Eric's kind of like, he has a really bad reputation of being, so if he could kind of switch his reputation and be a little bit more friendly,
Eric, what do you say?
I do not know if I want to do this or not because I don't want to have anything to do with him.
With Gonzo.
Well, Eric, they're Eric the Actor fans. They're just like friends of mine in real life, but they're actually like, they're big Eric the Actor fans. But you kind of have a reputation of being a dick.
All right, you guys work this out. I got to do anyway. I mean, it's fascinating, but if it does go down, let me know. All right, if you guys work things out.
Okay, yeah, Eric, email me and we'll work something out.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
He'd rather not get jerked off. Guys, you just jerk him off.
Oh.
Put on a
Would you like that, Eric? Should I just put a wig on and jerk you off?
Nope.
Not interested.
Nah, he's homophobe.
All right, guys, I got to go. Eric, anything you want to say about Brickleberry before we go?
Just that it should be on, like Yucko said, January.
Oh, this is early promotion.
Early pre-promotion, Gary would call it.
Right, and then it was the quickest gig I've had. I was only in the recording studio maybe an hour.
Boy, I can't imagine. What was your line?
I had about 10 to 12 lines.
Wow.
Can you give us one?
Not really.
Mm-hmm. As a fellow actor, any statement about Robin Williams?
Well, I enjoyed his movies. Probably one of my favorites was Patch Adams.
Not critically acclaimed, Patch Adams, and yet audiences loved it. Robin Williams actually said that he makes no apologies for that movie because the people liked it.
I got a feeling Brickleberry is going to be joining Robin Williams pretty soon after.
Oh, yeah. Let's hope not. I mean, poor Yucko.
Yeah, Yucko will be following.
Yucko's finally having a life.
We can't do that to Yucko.
Yeah, break the jinx, Eric, and let's make sure that Brickleberry stays on the air.
The Night at the Museum movies were also good.
Eric, you have very
interesting.
She likes the most childish Robin Williams.
Yeah, childish taste.
A lot of people enjoy the museum franchise.
They were all five.
Yeah, they were all five.
They're all in elementary school.
The third one's coming out later this year.
With Robin Williams.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, guys. I think we had enough fun here.
All right.
Is there anyone on Earth, by the way, who thought Eric would live longer than Robin Williams?
No.
No.
Well, technically I haven't. I'm not 63.
No, but you're on the planet and he's not.
Yeah, if you do the mathematics, it's kind of...
Right.
Like Ari used to always say, you're playing with the house's money, but yeah, I'm glad. I hope Eric lives to be 100 because I love
Because he's your whole life.
Yeah. No, but I do want to get Eric...
You know who Eric sounds like a little bit? Robin Williams in Popeye. Do you ever think of that,
there
Robin?
You go.
Yeah.
Yes, because Eric, even though it's like, I really do have Eric's best interest at heart. And,
all right, good. All right, Gonzo. Thank you. And Eric, thank you.
By the way, that was one of the movies that was left off almost every list.
Yeah, Popeye didn't do well.
Yeah.
No, they all can't be a home run. Eric, you want to give one final nanu for the day?
Guess so.
Go ahead.
Nanu, it's Johnny's birthday.
What?
It's Johnny's birthday today.
Nanu?
Did you hear?
Can you say that again?
I said that.
I didn't hear it.
Nanu. and by the way, Friends lasted 2 seasons after I was on it.
Right. What show is that?
Fringe.
Fringe? Yeah.
Fringe.
Okay.
Fringe? You still killed it, though. You just killed it a slow death.
All right, guys. I got to go. Later.
It's like cancer.
Gonzo.
All right, Eric, yourself.
Bye, idiot.
Ack. Show killer. That took you a while. Not very quick today, are you?
I was trying to think of what word I wanted to call you.
And you have a very low IQ, so it takes a long time.
No, I'm deep. That test was not accurate. I'm above 90. I know I am.
Eric, you were tested by a real facility. How are you above 90? They determined that you're 90.
The woman said his handicaps could affect this testing.
That's right.
Yeah, the handicap's in his head. There's no, I mean, other than that, I don't.
All right, guys. I got to go. Bye, Gonzo. Bye, Eric.
Eric is a nemesis, and Gonzo is his name. Gonzo is his name.
And Eric always go at it on Twitter.
Amazing.
Yeah. Can you believe he can't get laid because he's got to go above, he's got to go into high altitude?
Right. That was a shocker. I didn't know that altitude was holding him back.
Yeah. By the way, when I had Eric on the phone, I meant to mention that there's a guy on Twitter who has a feed called Eric the Midget Facts, and every day he posts a different Eric the
Oh, yeah?
He calls him Eric the Midget. We call him Eric the Actor.
Nanu.
Right.
I knew that was going to be isolated.
Yes, of course. Here, I'll give you some facts, all right? On July 8th, 2005, Eric said he wouldn't ask Jessica Simpson why the Jews ran Hollywood because he didn't think she knew.
Nanu.
On September 12, 2007, Eric said he isn't an anti-Semite because he only called Shuli a balding Jew out of anger.
Oh.
See?
You're only anti-Semitic if you use those terms when you're not angry.
Right.
Didn't know that.
In February of 2008, Eric insisted on being called Eric the Songwriter. His only song was changing the lyrics to Wild Thing for his girlfriend. That's when he went through his Eric the Songwriter.
Songwriter.
Let's see. I'm skipping a couple of them.
Right. Some facts aren't that interesting.
Yeah, they're all interesting, but, for sake of the show. Okay. On February 13th, 2006, Eric admitted to voting for Diana DeGarmo 445 times in the American Idol finals. She lost.
What if she only got 445 votes?
On November 27th, 2012, Eric asked Gary Dell'Abate to go on Twitter and tell everyone he didn't have HIV. Eric's the best. Let's see. There's other little facts. Like when asked to rate his own physical attractiveness on a scale of 1 to 10, Eric gave himself a 5. On July 29th, 2008, Eric called Shuli Four Eyes, despite the fact that Eric himself wears glasses. On two separate occasions, Howard 100 News reported that Eric was picking his nose and eating it on his JFSC cam show.
Oh, dear.
Eric, of course, denied it.
Yes. Vehemently.
On December 10th, 2008, Eric revealed he wrote a 38-page script about loving the Bunny Ranch whores called You Hooked My Heart. In June of 2006, Eric gave Carrie Underwood a note to give Catherine McPhee saying not to do the Stern Show. So these are just little Eric the Actor facts. Now, this is history I'm interested in.
Nanu.
Right. Nanu's the best.
Well, I'm not a fan of his, really, I like Carrie Underwood far over him, but the thing is, obviously he would tell him, or else he wouldn't have gotten to be one of the two finalists on the show. Obviously he does have a fan base, and then obviously that fan base would be buying the album once they go are an idiot to turn. And, by the way, I did leave a message a few weeks ago saying that I didn't want to have anything to do with the show anymore. But yeah, for some stupid reason, and then Hearn called last week asking for an update. So I'm going to say it again. I don't want to have anything to do with you guys anymore. And no more calls either direction from me or from you guys. This is the last of it. Bye.
Every call is the last call.
Popeyes. Nobody likes a droll troll.
That's what it sounds like when you're driving your car, right?
Yeah.
Because it's noisy and stuff.
I make out about every fifth word.
You turn into this show and you're like...
He will be playing the boring child at the Michael Jackson trial reenactment.
Yeah, put him in the E-trial.
I was running
It doesn't mean just because he's on American Idol, people will buy his album. Look at Ruben Studdard. He doesn't have any fans.
Look at my album. Nobody's buying that
who's
either.
buying that? Everyone likes you on this
You're
show.
on TV, aren't you?
Yes.
First of all, Eric the Midget is like the Who. They keep saying they're having a farewell tour, and they keep coming back.
I'm done.
I'm never calling again.
He doesn't want you.
Call.
He doesn't want you calling him either. That's funny. Don't you call me, and I won't.
All right, it's a standoff. I won't call him.
Let's keep calling him. Your name.
Can I let him go get started?
Yeah, let the girls get started. I'm going to play a couple of things that are going on. There's a lot of big news.
Thank you.
There's a lot of big news going on. First of all, the Eric the Midget stuff. As long as we're here, it's nighttime, let me just tell you, Eric the Midget has left me a scathing voicemail.
I was thinking, I woke up this afternoon. I said, we didn't hear from Eric today.
We heard from him this afternoon.
Okay.
I am prepared to play it for you. Eric the Midget is on fire.
Yeah?
He is on fire. Now, you're going to hear Eric reference a couple of things. Oh, that ice is going, Artie.
I love the sound of some ice.
Yeah. See, Eric the Midget... I'm busy looking at the girls' asses. I'll never get a show done. Any little distraction makes me nuts.
Yeah, as soon as they started shaking that ice, you were like, forget about it. Radar, ding, ding, ding.
I was just thinking we should put the bar outside of here in the green room. And
maybe you want to put him in burkas.
Yeah. But anyway, what was I just saying?
Eric will reference some things you were saying.
Okay. Hey, Eric, Gary, where's the Eric song that he got all upset about? Do you know what page that's on?
He's got a mouthful of food. Wait a minute.
It's on page 2 in orange.
What is that? I really couldn't understand you.
Page 2 in orange.
Damn, that bastard eats a lot. Page 2 in orange.
In orange.
All right, so here's the Eric the Midget song that he's all, worked up about.
Fly me with balloons so I can meet Catherine McVie. I'm a miserable midget who is only 2'3". I'm a grumpy dwarf with a 5-inch cock. Look at me, everybody. I'm the first flying Ewok.
So he doesn't like that. He doesn't like the prank phone call they made using the... Ganji, we're doing a radio show. It's too noisy over there. And you're talking too much.
He's talking to them?
Yeah, he's talking to the girls. He's throwing that crazy Ganji rap. How's it going? What's going on?
Hello, Carol. I'm not talking at all.
You're not?
I'm just,
You're directing the girls.
I'm just trying to help them get settled.
Eric the Midget his voice was used in a phony phone call, and he's all worked up about that, too.
Hello. It's me, Eric.
Eric?
I will accept the balloons strapped to the chair.
Just a moment. I need to transfer you to the balloon person. Just a moment.
All right.
Hello?
You know what? I'm getting sick of being left on hold.
You're not on hold.
I'm getting sick of it.
Swearing at me. Hello?
I will accept the balloon strapped to the chair stunt.
Okay.
There absolutely has to be safety harnesses on this chair.
I don't have anything to do with safety harnesses and chairs, so I think you have the wrong number.
Shut your fat mouth.
Goodbye.
This is ridiculous as hell.
I have no idea. What is your name?
Eric.
Your name is Eric.
I've had it with you guys.
Who do you think you're talking to? Who do you think I am?
Dumbass.
No.
Your boss is a...
Hello?
I'm getting sick of it.
Well, I think this conversation seems to be a bit abusive. Do you have any other information to give us about what it is that you desire?
I will accept the stunt.
Stunt?
Doesn't that make sense to you? Or did you bring that dumb that you can't even get that?
Just a moment. Very odd.
You don't know what you're talking about?
I have no idea what she's talking about. What is she seems to be asking for a stunt.
I do, but I think she has the wrong number, and she doesn't seem to understand that.
Yeah. Who are you trying to call?
You know what? I'm getting sick of being left on hold.
Yeah, well, you're actually not on hold.
I was on hold for 2 hours and 59 minutes.
Huh. Well, it wasn't ours. That you weren't on hold with us. So I don't know why you were on hold.
Shut your fat mouth.
Okay.
Wow.
Bye for now.
I don't know why he's upset about that, but he's like on fire, and now he left this voicemail as of a couple hours ago.
Okay.
And here it is, Robin. It's going to shock you.
Uh-oh.
It may be the strongest Eric the Midget message yet.
Hey, Will, it's me, Eric. All I have to say after yesterday and today's little Dan the Song parody man's song that was played, there's two things that will happen before I come in there and fly. Hell freezing over and pigs flying. Shot in hell that I'm going to subject for that thing of a boss of yours. Nope, not going to do it. In fact, you want to know what I'm going to do later? I'm going to call Catherine for the very last time and congratulate her on her contract signing, and then warn her against appearing on the show. I don't give it if that means that I won't get to meet her or it lowers my chances. I'm going to do what I can to ensure that she says to Gary the next time he calls, nope, not going to work here. Okay? Stern ruined his chances of having me and her on his show. So, bye.
Oh, my goodness.
That little midget. He wants to go to war with me? I give him Catherine McPhee's phone number.
And he's going to use it.
Yeah.
He should throw away the number. He doesn't want you.
Yeah. He's going to fly. I guarantee he's going to fly.
He's going to beg you to fly.
And we will get Catherine McPhee in here. Why, you little... He will fly. I see the drinks have been served. Isn't that the greatest message?
I gotta get some. Can I get some food right now before I have?
Good morning.
Morning. Midget. Hello, Eric. This guy, he did his American Idol show last night. By the way, the American Idol was 2 hours last night.
I thought they were finished with the auditions. Am I?
No, they're done with the auditions, and now they're narrowing it down to 24 people.
Oh.
And Eric did his show last night. Let me see if I can find this, because J.D. said, he begged me, he said, please, Howard, can I come in today, if Eric calls in, and beg you that I never have to listen to Eric's show again? He said, I cannot take it. He said, I fell asleep during listening to it twice. J.D., go ahead, make your plea.
Dude, I had to stand up
to edit it, so I didn't fall asleep.
Really?
Yeah.
Eric, the show was as bad as, I don't know if you want to call it bad or good.
Well, what is it that bores you? Is it them not being able to understand what's being said?
That, and it's the same thing. It's 90% Q&A for Eric, and I don't care about Eric's life or anything whatsoever. And the other 10% is, this guy's doing good. This guy's not doing good. That's it. That's the show. And then two other annoying people that I don't even know, just yapping.
Yeah, there are two new sidekicks.
Really?
There are two guys, there's that chick and Eric, all on at the same time.
Wait.
And Eric's the only one you can't understand.
Hang on a minute. Where in the world do you hear the other guy?
Oh, we'll get to that.
There's only one other guy. But
it's one? Yeah. Okay. It's one other guy. Is it true there's a new guy in the show?
Yes, that's our tech person.
I see. He's been given a microphone. Well,
All of a sudden he's chiming in?
I would fire that tech guy because apparently you still are the only person that can't be heard on the show. Everybody else can be heard.
Yeah, he was listening to your show yesterday. You guys have been doing your show for 2 years, plus more at your regular radio. And he heard problems with your show.
Eric, you are unintelligible. You literally... I'm going to play you some of your show, and you tell me if this sounds right to you.
Why is your argument that our show is messed up?
Yeah,
you still should be concerned about your show being technically
We
messed
do
up.
have technical problems, but people could always hear us. All right, here you go. Here's Eric from the incredible...
All right, let's listen.
Idle Commentary Show.
I figured out that girl in the yellow shirt was the Hatchet Center.
You guys, Eric doesn't do the F. Mary kills.
Is that
just so you know?
Is that the girl that was the pageant contestant?
I find her lack of tears disappointing. Nobody's breaking down in the tears and crying.
I know.
Gina does have her own show coming up. It's called Ladies' Night. It'll be...
See how the tech guy now is taking over?
And he's talking over Eric. Eric's trying to croak something out.
Yeah, Eric's like in the background while the tech guy gets like he's perfectly heard. You hear the tech guy speaking, then you hear Eric in the background. It's quack quack.
What, this Thursday or next Thursday, Gina?
That's the best part, Eric. Like, you can't be heard, but he gets no respect, this kid.
It's your show.
No. Did you say, because the show is so garbled, it's hard to understand what you said. Is there anything you can remember that was memorable that you said last night that we couldn't hear?
I Japanese male gymnast.
Oh, what else did you say that was memorable?
I could beat your cock better than anyone.
All right. Wow. You said that, Eric?
No.
What's getting into him? Man.
Now, of course you don't like cock.
I do actually like a long cock.
Oh. Stop arguing with him. He likes cock.
Eric, you don't like cock. Clear that up.
I suck cock better than anyone.
What are you saying? You're gay?
I'm not gay. I'm bi.
You're bi.
Oh.
No, I'm not.
I know. We're just teasing you.
So, what else did we hear on the show last night? I mean, are there other highlights?
Yeah, give me your best quote from last night's show.
Push your cock in my asshole.
So defeated.
Eric, you understand what I'm talking about? All jokes aside, you understand what I'm saying? You can't be heard on your own show. It's as if I was doing the show and everyone on the show could be heard but me. It's the Eric show, and Eric is the one that's unintelligible.
No, I'm not.
Are you listening to these clips?
Did you hear the clip that I played? I'm not doctoring that. Okay, maybe I doctored all those little funny gay things, but I'm saying I'm not sitting and doctoring this.
Well, I don't quite believe that.
Well, I swear it's the truth.
Just like Kendra.
From now on, we send you the clips.
You know what? I would actually like that more, so I have to listen to it.
Okay, here's another clip. You tell me if you think this is good quality.
Oh, here we go. The girl from Portland that auditioned in Philly. Christy Lee Cook.
Wow.
You don't even know what you said.
What did you just say, Eric?
I can't tell.
Right. You can't. No one can tell. Eric, they've got to get that worked out. This is not right.
Right.
I believe you have found my new favorite for the season.
Listen to this guy. This is the
he's
tech
as
guy.
clear as a bell.
Yeah. Everyone else is fine. That doesn't bother you at all?
No.
Oh.
Okay. Well, that's incredible.
This guy. I don't know. I'm thinking a gay version of Ruben.
Well, there it is. There's Eric's show from last night. What is this? Eric the Idol commentary guy says he is not leaving his girlfriend, Kendra.
Yeah. This is one of those Q&A questions.
Yeah, he gets Q&A during the commercials.
Oh, my God. That's all the show. It's even during the show.
But, I mean, it's about Eric.
It's boring.
Eric enjoys answering questions about himself.
Yeah.
You're saying nobody cares what Eric's answers are?
I don't.
Everybody in the room wanted to know what you thought of Howard's quest to find you another girlfriend.
Not interested. Like I said this morning. Not interested.
You know, I was thinking about this girl, Kendra.
Uh-huh.
She's like the meanest person I have ever thought about.
Why do you say
No,
that?
she's not.
I started getting really angry with her. Like, she's leading Eric on.
No, she's not.
She's
Wait a minute,
pretending-
Eric.
This is my feeling. If she was really into
You know
you.
what? This is what I think of your feeling. Go shut up your ass.
Oh, he's hanging up on us.
He hung up on me.
He can't even hang up.
Can't have a discussion with this kid.
I know.
This is my feeling. I don't think she should. I think she should either go visit him or he should go visit her and see if there's any real feelings there. Or stop with this girlfriend stuff.
So we can find him a girl because
I would like to put her on a lie detector and ask her if she's in love with Eric.
yeah, he's sitting there waiting for her like she's for real.
If her feelings are real, fine. But if not, I say that's the meanest thing you could do.
So you think she's a cruel...
Well, if she's playing a game with him, you know, which I suspect only because she has never met him.
And isn't anxious to meet him.
It doesn't seem like she is. You know, I guarantee if Johnny Depp was emailing her and said, listen, I need to be with you, I have a feeling she'd be on the next plane to see him.
Well, the problem is, you know, if Johnny Fratto has a job, she's there. She can get places.
And I know I've spoken to Kendra on the phone, and she assures me that she's in love with Eric, but...
I don't buy it.
You know, this has been going on a month, and she's never even met him.
She got to Johnny Fratto's house.
Yeah, sometimes she gets to Johnny's house.
Yeah, she can always get there. But
Jimmy Kimmel wrote me an email. Jimmy Kimmel wrote me an email and said he would pay. Like, what did he say? He loves Eric. Eric's his favorite part of the show. And he goes, hold on. I don't even know if I printed it out, honestly. You know, I get so many emails, I don't know. But he was saying something to the effect, he goes, listen, I will fly Kendra or Eric. He says, I don't care.
He'll make it happen.
Right. He goes, I got it. He says, I got to get those two together. That's what he thinks.
Well, Eric's not on the phone for us to offer that opportunity to.
Hey, JD, what's the best Eric the Midget? Well, we didn't finish. He's not leaving Kendra. What's the best clip to play? Or have we played them already? Yeah.
I just want to say, I'm just looking at an email that Eric sent me late yesterday. He wanted us to know that he was going to visit Kendra this weekend, but his roommate couldn't give him a ride. So they're close to getting together.
Sure.
His roommate fully on his plans.
Hey, wait, Eric's back on the phone. Eric, what do you want to say?
Push your cock in my asshole.
All right.
Wow.
Eric hates when we edit up his voice.
I know.
And have him say. But anyway, I like. You know what? Eric doesn't understand this, but I like Eric a lot, and I admire. I told you his lust for life, and I understand his need for a girlfriend, and I would like to help him get a real girlfriend. But I'm just making this statement. I do not believe that Kendra. This is my feeling. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But if Kendra, I would like to see him and Kendra get together.
So if he actually gets down there, what is it going to just be terribly disappointing?
I think they're going to be friends, and it's going to be arranged, and there's going to be a lot of people around.
You think she'll even? Maybe she could play it off and just say, well, I'd like to take things slowly and just give him a kiss on the cheek or something.
Yeah.
String him along for a while.
Yeah. All right, is there any other clips? Should I finish this, Eric, discussing Kendra?
You can. I mean, I even label a clip boring clip because it was so boring. So,
everybody in the room.
JD's thinking of quitting just because he can't stand listening to these.
I am. Everybody in the room wanted to know what you thought of Howard's quest to find you another girlfriend.
Not interested. Like I said this morning, not interested.
AA wants to know if you like dogs.
I don't have. Wait. Yes, I do. I just wanted someone type that Kendra is a babe. Don't ever leave her. She doesn't have to worry about that.
Oh.
I don't have any intentions of that.
He's never going to leave her. He's never even seen her. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to admit right up front, I'm about to do the wrongest thing I've ever done. So, Eric, you're about to hang up on me if he's still on. I somehow got the... Eric is sending, Kendra that rose. Somebody had given me the message that he's sending her.
Oh, that's personal. You can't do that.
You sure?
Yeah. Eric,
Yeah, it's his letter.
how did you get what Eric is sending?
I don't know. I mean, it was emailed to me, like somebody sends it to me, but I know it's real. It's just
Eric, tell us if this is real, okay? Someone's claiming this is the message you're sending to Kendra, okay?
Right.
All right. Go ahead.
This rose is a symbol of the fact that it symbolizes that my heart is pure, like the gold on the rose. You are as beautiful as the rose.
Is that the message, or is that made up?
No, that's the message. I don't know how you got it, but that's exactly what the card read.
Wow. Well, that has
Read
some...
that to me again.
It's really not a great message. It's not a great message.
Shakespeare.
This rose is a symbol of the fact that it symbolizes that my heart is pure, like the gold on the rose.
Not to be critical, but why use the word symbol twice? In other words...
Symbol and symbolize.
Right.
I had just woke up when I called them. That's why I wasn't completely fully awake yet.
Eric, can I just tell you something? You, of all people, have the one thing that you have that none of us have is time.
Yeah, I mean, you could write this message all day.
What's the next line?
What's the next line?
I got a Japanese male gymnast.
That's the next line? A male Japanese gymnast?
Pretty strong.
No.
You are as beautiful as the rose.
And that's it.
You could have done better, Eric.
I was trying to think quick and trying to think short because I didn't know how much space the card was allowing.
But, Eric, why think quick? You've got really all day.
Why didn't you call prepared?
Chick's probably saying to herself, I'm not spreading my legs for that message. I want your pussy. What is that thing that Amy Fisher's husband says?
Here we go.
I love you, pussy.
There you go.
Or he could have dropped this in.
Rub that clit, come on.
Eric, why are you breathing so heavy?
Annoyed at your ass. Do not even call her a mean girl. She's not.
You know what, Eric? Honestly, I don't know her really well. I've spoken to her once.
That's why you shouldn't call her that. You have no right to.
Actions speak louder than words.
I have spoke to her. She's nothing but sweet.
No.
Every time I talk to her.
Well, then why doesn't she visit you? If you were Brad Pitt, I guarantee you should be on the plane.
Timing and also money. You forget, dumbass. It may not cost you much to travel.
I said Jimmy Kimmel said he'd pay for it. Jimmy Kimmel
have huge ass bank accounts.
Jimmy Kimmel said he'd pay for it. Now what's the excuse?
Can we arrange it?
Of course not. But that's not me.
We want you to stay out of it.
Oh, well, I'm not going to be there.
Yeah, but knowing you would send either Steve Langford or the Howard TV crew.
No, I won't.
No, we just want Jimmy, to hook you guys up with Jimmy Kim. I don't know who wants to go where. Do you want to go to her?
Yeah, what do you want? Let's get this going. Let's prove this once and for all. Prove me wrong.
For her to come here would be something that would be nice.
All right, so you want her to come to you?
And you promise you won't lock her in the house and keep her there against her will?
I promise it's not even going to happen.
Well, I can assure you it's not going to happen. All right, I'll talk to Jimmy. Jimmy says he's going to fly her there.
Now, what will her excuse be? How will she get out of this?
She'll get out of it. And I guarantee you, there ain't going to be any romance. I don't like this. I want to get you a real girl. You don't realize
she is a real girlfriend. Stop saying she's not.
Eric, a real girlfriend is with you.
She finds a way to get to you.
Right. Come on. You know that. I'm not saying this to be mean. I'm saying it to be nice.
Now, do you two talk on the phone every day?
Either by text message or calling each other, yes.
If you find out she was just pretending, would that be mean?
What? I didn't catch that.
If you find out she's just pretending to be your girlfriend, would that be mean?
Yes, it would, but that's not the case.
Okay. Well, we'll find out, won't we, now that... I just want to make sure you're not being used, that's all.
I'm not.
All right, we'll see.
Well, we can reserve judgment.
What?
I said, Johnny is such a good friend to me. Johnny would not allow that to happen to me.
All right. Okay. I don't think Johnny has any control over this. I just don't.
Johnny might be thinking, you just need the fantasy.
Right.
You need a foot up your ass. I saw cock better than anyone.
Did you say I need a foot up my ass?
You do. He's right.
Oh, my goodness.
Like I said before, keep your cackling ass out of it.
Are you going to apologize when this all comes to light that it is fake?
I hope so.
And she breaks your heart.
You know what? You don't even have to apologize because, if I'm right, I don't even need an apology.
I'm not talking about me.
Oh, you. Oh. Hey, do you like long cock?
I do actually like a long cock. No.
What?
No, I don't.
Oh, you don't? All right.
You like short cock?
Neither.
Do you like to beat cock?
I could beat your cock better than anyone.
Eric, you're actually telling me if we found a girl for you in your area who could visit you every day, wanted to spend time with you all day, you would reject her for Kendra?
Exactly.
Oh, that's crazy.
No. All right.
No, like I told her that last night, that there isn't anyone that you could find that would get me to stop being with her.
You're not with her?
Well, stop liking her then, okay?
Okay.
Whatever.
You like her. You know what? I like Pam Anderson, but she ain't here. So I'm with Beth. I got a girl in my room.
A bird in the hand, as they say.
Exactly. My dad likes, who was that blonde he always liked?
Oh, God. Mamie Van Doren?
Yeah, you know, remember that one that used to do our show?
Oh, yeah. Sally Kirkland.
Sally Kirkland. My dad likes Sally Kirkland, but guess what? The only one in his room is my mom. You get my drift?
Stop breathing like that.
Jesus Christ. What are you doing over there? I think you're getting hot for me. You want me to do something to you?
Push your cock in my boothole.
Eric.
What?
I care about you, and maybe you don't see it, but I'm just saying...
Prove it. Stay the fuck out of it from now on.
No, I'm going to get Jimmy to fly her out to you.
If she'll come.
She will. She said it. She really wanted to.
She doesn't even know what it's like to live with you. She's never even been in a room with you. She doesn't even know what your best quality is.
Yes, she does.
No, she does. She doesn't know you.
What is your best quality?
I know you better than she does.
The way I treat her.
You're on the phone with her. That's different.
Yes, but
you got to live with the girl.
I'm always completely sweet with her and everything.
Yeah, I know.
Of course you are.
You're trying to get her to your house. What has she ever said what turns her on about you?
The way that I treat her.
I see.
And what does she say what she'd like to do to you?
Yes.
No, that's never come up.
She's never once had sexy talk with you.
No.
Never said she can't. She's aching for your touch.
No.
What does that tell you? Aren't you aching for hers? Do you say sweet things to her?
Not like that.
Oh.
Oh, the most I say is that I like to give her a hug or a kiss. That's it.
Mm-hmm. You never say you want to put your cock in her ass?
No.
All right, Eric, listen, I
Wait
wish
a
you the
minute.
best.
When you say I would like to give you a hug or a kiss, what does she say back?
She can't. She hung up the phone.
No, she likes that.
She likes it. She thinks that's cute. All right, listen, Eric, I wish you the best with your girlfriend who you've never met.
Your imaginary girlfriend.
And shut up, Robin. By the way, the problems with the show is I need a new mic.
All right, well, then good luck to you. I don't know what to tell you.
Everybody else has a good working mic, but you.
Everyone has a mic on that show that can be heard except you. I mean, really, what is that? That's crazy. You're the star of the show, and you have the worst mic. I mean, come on. What? I'm out too for that saying that?
I don't know, mainly for the stuff that you're saying about Kendra.
I'm just saying I don't believe that she's in love with you. That's it. I think she's I don't know what she's up to. I don't know what this game is, but let her go visit you. Or you go visit her. And let's get this thing going.
Well, to actually tell you the truth, and I emailed this to Will and to Gary yesterday, we actually had a full plan for this weekend.
Yeah, and it fell
through because my roommate had to work all weekend.
Well, you know what? We could have found somebody else. I would have flown Ralph down there to take you. Oh, Kendra's on the phone.
No, I would not want that with me.
Hold on, Kendra's on the phone. Hi, Kendra.
Hi, Howard. It's Kendra.
Yes.
Hey, you know, I would love to fly out and see Eric, but I'm looking at my calendar right now. I'm kind of booked up for about the next 3 years.
Really? 3 years?
I mean, I got taxes to do, I got hair and makeup, and I'm going to see a baseball game. So, I would love to come see Eric, but maybe I'll come see him when hell freezes over.
All right, but you are his girlfriend, right?
The phone, Richard.
Absolutely.
No, this is Kendra.
I know everything.
I'm in the fucking mood to put up with your dumb hick ass.
I know everything about Eric. I know that he loves to wheel around in his power chair.
All right, but listen, Kendra, when are you going to go visit him? You say 3 years. He can't wait. Eric, she's saying 3 years.
You can't put a time on love, Howard. I mean, 3 years is better than nothing, right, Eric?
Get off the phone, Dick.
All right, Ralph, you're on the phone.
Hey, Eric.
Are you doing an Eric impression?
Yeah, wait. Here's my new Eric impression, okay? Eric, wait, seriously, don't get mad at me. I'm just trying to help here, okay? Seriously.
Go ahead quickly.
I really do love you, and I think that you should rewrite that note, that Valentine's note.
Yeah.
And I have a suggestion, okay? You listening?
All right, but be nice.
No, here.
He's in love. Go ahead.
Roses are red.
Yeah.
Violets are blue.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, come visit me.
That's not funny. He's not going to call her a bitch. It can be. Don't be. Just
You're
stop
being
it.
silly.
It's silly. You're silly now, right, Eric?
Yes, he's an idiot.
Of course. All right, look, Eric, I'm happy. If you're happy, I'm happy, and you say you're happy. I wish you luck with the show. Tonight is another American Idol show for Eric.
Another show where we won't be able to hear Eric.
Unfortunately, yeah, you can't hear him on the show, but I would like to hear what he has to say one day. Maybe they'll get him a microphone that works.
Three things before I go. 1, 2 Tuesdays in a row now, I've had bad days because of you. As soon as I've seen her, the day takes a complete 360, and the rest of the day has been perfectly fine.
So, like God, like people who pray to God, they don't actually get to see him, but they feel better after thinking about him.
And then also, I wanted to say hi to Kevin from West Virginia, who was in her chat room last night with her and I.
I have to move on, Eric.
You have to see your girl with another guy sitting around the chat room with you?
Yeah, I mean, and I know there's a third thing you want to say. What is that?
I could beat your cock better than anyone.
All right, that's 3 things now.
The only person that is on cam is her. Everybody else has to do it by text. But there is also one other thing. Am I still on air?
Yes.
Okay. One other thing. There was a guy in the Middle East, a guy that from the 101.
Eric, save this for your show.
The guy asked me to say hi to him on air here.
All right, quickly, say hello.
I just wanted to say hi to the guy that was in our room last night named Mike.
All right, Eric, listen, I wish you luck. I'm not trying to upset your day. I'm trying to tell you that you're a good guy. I like you. And if you're interested in a girl who will be there with you, let's talk turkey and let's get this thing going. And if not, let's get Kendra flown out to you, and we'll find out if I'm right or you're right.
Yeah, we hope you're right and we're wrong.
I want to be wrong. I want to be wrong. I'm just suspicious. And you got to admit you're probably a little suspicious, too, on some level.
No, I'm not.
You're not. Okay, well, then I stand corrected. All right, thank you, Eric, and have a great day, and good luck with... Yes.
The guy is from the 101st Mid-Air Refueling from the Air Force or something.
Thank you. Thanks, Eric. And good luck, and good luck, and we'll hear your show tonight on JFSC.com. Thank you.
Right.
That's the Johnny Frotto Socialclub.com.
Yeah.
See. All right. Thank
TV.
.TV. .TV. Good.
Oh,
all right.
sorry.
Okay. Wow.
I love that.
Mike, you're on the air in Dexter, Maine.
Hey, what's happening? Hey, Howard, it was good hearing you on Bubba last night.
Hey, hold on. I didn't hang up on Eric. Hold on a second. Oh, okay. Listen, Eric, I'm hanging up, okay?
Okay.
All right. I didn't know. Go find that guy. All right, let's go to Mike again. Okay, Mike, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, hey, how you doing? Hey, I was trying to talk to Eric there. If he finds out this is all a hoax with Kendra, would he be willing to fly with balloons?
Well, that's a good question. I'll ask him that the next time we speak.
All right, let's take one more call before we go. Eric the Midget, you're on the wrap-up show.
Good morning. I'm calling because tomorrow...
Eric, you're on. If you could speak up, you're on right now.
I'm here, Gary.
Okay, just speak up.
I can hear him.
Oh, you can hear him?
I was saying that tomorrow is the 6th
John, do we have any... We got to get the plugs in time?
I can definitely hear.
You can. All right, I'm sorry, Eric, go.
Real quick, Eric.
Okay, tomorrow is the 6th year mark of me being a part of this show.
6 years?
Yeah.
Wow, hold on, let me go circle my calendar. Jesus Christ. What kind of megalomaniac are you that you think anybody gives you to go on the show for 6 years?
You know, 6 years ago, I started with DialDancer.com.
And you can go there for information about bachelor parties and anything like that.
I wonder if he was on hold all day and Howard didn't take the call because of that.
6 years ago was Artie's 1-year anniversary on the show.
That's right.
That's not why I called in. They showed it.
6 years ago, 2002, it was the 1-year anniversary of 9/11 too.
All right, well, Eric, thank you for calling in. Congratulations on your anniversary. Gary, anything you want to plug?
No, I think Eric said it all.
All right, thank you for listening to the Wrap-Up Show on Howard 100 and Howard 101.
I'm so over waiting in line for anything. Like, even, like, you know, I can remember I did the whole thing when I was in the 10th grade, sleeping overnight for Springsteen tickets. People don't do that anymore with the internet, but I swear to Christ, there's nothing I'd wait on longer than 10 minutes for. In Vegas, you see people waiting on a 4-hour line to get a free buffet.
I know.
With kids. With their kids. Or a $4.95 shrimp all you can eat. The line at the Mirage is out the back door.
And by the way,
but people have died for Xboxes.
those people are built like elephants. And then they get in there.
And it is a herd trampoline.
And they eat that shrimp. You would think, you know what? I am so shocked that there are any shrimp left in the ocean.
There must be so many shrimp because it's everywhere.
They multiply like
this country has such an obesity problem. They really should do away with a buffet.
All you can eat.
All you can eat. Because I got news for you.
These people can eat a lot.
Like, you know, my parents are very sensible. My father used to take us to all-you-can-eat buffet. My father would sit down. He would go over to the buffet. He says, I'm filling up one plate, and that's it. That's my limit. I go, but, Dad, it's all you can eat. He goes, listen, if I could sit at home and eat all day. If you can't control yourself at a buffet, you got no business being here. And he was right.
Well, wait a minute.
He was right. And then he even goes to this Chinese buffet.
I don't even understand that.
They take 6, 7 egg rolls. You know how many calories are in an egg roll? I mean, that's like eating a deep-fried egg roll.
And then they get the fried rice. Everything's fried.
Everything. So there's got to be a law. You see, I wish I was president.
That's why these politicians in California, and Bloomberg's one of them too, they want to regulate the restaurant.
That's why I love Bloomberg. He understands people are retarded.
They said his next big push is probably going to be salt. In restaurant food, because they're over-salting everything.
I bet Eric eats buffets all the time.
You could see of course, you could see Bloomberg. You see, you think he's being a jerk. He's not. He knows, because people are dumb. He goes,
they won't take care of themselves.
He wants to control the salt. So he's willing to take care of you. That's why people want him another term. He's like a big daddy. Tells you what to do. This buffet is the end of America.
Well, let me tell you something. Not only is the buffet the end of America, but really these commercials on television for the fast food restaurants, they are such lies. Because you walk past the window of a fast food restaurant, you've never seen people that size. But those people are never in the commercial.
They're models in the commercial. They look like they down a lot of quarter-pounders of cheese in the commercial.
And by the way, like I even see the ad for Red Lobster on TV. First of all, it's a bunch of, first of all, the help on the commercial is so beautiful.
So sweet, too.
Yeah, I mean, you go to Red Lobster. Those kids ain't working there. Those are actors.
I've never seen them.
I've never seen those kids once.
And who's eating there?
Yeah, and secondly, the lobster looks so healthy and succulent. You got people go over there. They just slathering butter on their lobster. They're 5 million pounds.
They're another group. What do they have? They have these festival months where it's like all you can eat shrimp, and you can have shrimp anyway. Popcorn shrimp, fried shrimp, battered shrimp. It's all, you wouldn't even know it was a shrimp in there. Well, there's so much stuff on the
like
shrimp.
At the Olive Garden commercials are hilarious. There's always a family from Sicily.
Italian family.
I've never seen an Italian person in the Olive Garden. My mother told me if she ever caught me in the Olive Garden, she would disown me.
Well, we should send Plaxico Burress to Olive Garden with his gun and straighten things out.
Everything out.
I had a friend, my buddy Jay, worked 13 hours on Mother's Day at Red Lobster on 22 in Union, New Jersey. He made $28 in tips.
$28 in tips. It should give you an idea what's going on there,
I used to go to a Chinese buffet in Orlando. It was $2.99, all you can eat. Right. And that included a soda. And they shut them down because they found out they were taking the food off the plate and putting it back on the buffet.
That's how you think the people who go there care?
Yeah, would you really?
No, I think they made the announcement on the news and the place still stayed open for a couple of weeks.
There are people eating while at those restaurants. They don't want to stop for a minute. They empty out while they're eating.
There was this one place in Florida where you talk about a line. They had lines for, if you have 2 people in your party, if you have 6 people in your party, they had different lines, and you would have to stand in line for an hour for breakfast because they supposedly made the greatest breakfast on earth. And it was the kind of breakfast where the omelets and the eggs were like swimming in oil. Yeah. And they gave you these baskets of muffins, and the old people in Florida would fill up a bag with the...
Yeah, I mean, people go to these buffets and they fill up bags.
Muffins.
They think you're supposed to eat not only all you can eat, but all you can bring home and eat at home.
All you can carry.
Yeah. Go ahead, Donna.
Crazy.
You're on the air. Is this Donna? Yeah. Donna. Donna, that you in Mount Pleasant, North Carolina?
Oh, yes. Hey, Howard. I'm glad y'all were back. I hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving. And you don't need to worry about being photographed because you are just so sexy.
Oh, aren't you sweet? Thank you, Donna.
You should have been the sexiest man on earth, right?
No, they gave it to...
Should have been on the front of People magazine.
That's right.
No, they gave it to that guy who plays the wolf guy, Wolverine.
Hugh Jackman.
Hugh Jackman, that's the guy.
I don't get that guy.
Yeah, he even addressed that in the... I read the article. They said, well, what about the rumors about you? He goes, what, that I'm gay? He goes, who cares? He goes,
he yelled it right.
He goes, I got a wife, I got a kid. He goes, I'm gay, gay, gay. I don't give what you think. It sounded kind of manly, actually, when he said that.
He has a wife who's like... He's one of those guys who has like an older wife, maybe, and, you think he's going to be with the 22-year-old starlet, and he's not, so everyone thinks he's gay.
Right. High-pitch Eric's on the phone.
Oh, no.
Yes, Eric.
Hey, Alan, welcome back. Good morning. How are you?
Here's a buffet expert.
Yeah. You want to talk about buffets?
Howard, so on Black Friday, you went to IHOP
right.
in Queens.
Yes.
The line is outside the door.
The IHOP had a line.
Yes. So as soon as I got in to sit down, I ordered a buffet.
Can you do that at IHOP?
Is there an IHOP buffet?
Can you go to IHOP and just say, hey, I'm going to just have an all-you-can-eat?
Well, I had the all-you-can-eat pancakes.
Oh.
How many did you have?
So you're telling me when you sit down and they see you, they don't say, sorry, the all-you-can-eat buffet is closed?
No.
And you can go there and say to them, I want all the pancakes I can eat for how much?
It was like for $7.99.
Okay, go ahead.
So I had like this butter pecan pancakes with walnuts and whipped cream.
Right.
I had maybe 12 of them with extra sausages. I had a bacon cheese omelet with side extra sausages.
Wow. Sausages. Side extra.
Sounds like the sausages are still in his mouth.
Extra sausages. I got a side extra.
So you had 7 walnut pancakes.
12.
12 with whipped cream. Do you put syrup on those?
I put extra syrup.
Butter pecan. It's like,
Then you have an omelet.
Yes.
With toast?
With toast with extra butter.
Extra butter.
Why do you need toast? You just ate 12 pancakes.
And then you had how many sausages?
I ordered about 2 plates of sausages.
2 plates.
And that was all for $7.99?
Yeah, I had a thermos of coffee, too.
A thermos?
Did you tip the waitress?
Yeah, I did. I went with a friend of mine.
Did you put sugar in your coffee?
I put about maybe 8 packets of sugar in my coffee.
Wow.
In
the thermos, you mean?
Yeah. No, not in the thermos.
Per cup.
8 packets per cup?
Yes.
Why so much sugar?
Because if you put like 1 or 2, it's not that sweet.
Can I tell you something that's barely coffee then? How much milk do you put in there?
I put a lot of half and half in there.
Right.
Oh, half and half even. It's not even milk.
Right.
Do you ever crap at the restaurant and then have another round?
No, I wait till I get home.
Right.
Let me ask you, though, how long does it take you to consume all of that, Eric?
Well, I got there about like 2 in the afternoon, and I didn't leave till about maybe 3:45, 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Wow.
In 2 hours you ate all that.
Right.
On Black Friday.
Hey, you want to know
Let me ask you something. Why don't you just live there? Like, in other words, if it's all you can eat.
And why leave? Yeah.
Why ever leave? Then you could just sit there for the next 3 months. Keep eating the same meal.
There's a time, maybe.
You want to know what I did for Thanksgiving? I had dinner at my family's house.
Yeah.
I'm sure they loved it.
And then after I was done, I came home first. I was still hungry. I went for a second dinner at the diner.
Wow.
A turkey dinner at the diner?
Yes.
God, you're so fat and disgusting. I mean, do you ever say to yourself, like while you're sitting there, do you ever say, you know what? I'm so fat and disgusting, I'm going to have 1 pancake, and I'm going to have maybe some sausage and an egg.
No, that never occurred to me.
Never.
No.
You never think of yourself as disgusting.
No, it never occurred to me. I haven't eaten habit.
You have an eating habit.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful thing. I have an eating habit. He's identified his problem. That's the first thing you have to do in order to solve it.
An eating disorder.
Yeah.
Right. And why would your family have you to a Thanksgiving?
Because it was family, that's why.
No.
What are they thankful for?
Having me.
For the rest of the year when Eric's not around.
You have no idea what's going on in his life right now, Howard. Eric, can we talk about what's going on in your life?
Why? What do you mean?
Like what you told me when I saw you at the signing, what you had to do the next day?
Yeah, I guess.
What was it?
What do you mean?
You say it. What did you have to do the next day?
I was at AA. I just signed them.
No.
Yeah, but the next day, what did you do?
I don't know. It was last week.
You had to do something in the morning, maybe in court?
No, not in court. I said I was going to go to the gym.
Yeah, he doesn't want to talk about it.
He was going to go to the gym.
What happened? He had to go to he had to go to court because because of his fraud charges.
His fraud charges?
Right?
Yeah, I don't know.
No, I went to court last month, like earlier in the month.
No, you told me you were going the next day.
Yeah, why did you have to go to court? Tell everyone.
I don't have to go to court the next day.
All right, why did you have to go to court whenever you had to go to court?
Oh, for that case that's continuing. From when I got arrested.
From when you didn't pay your bills?
No, when he used his friend's credit card.
Yeah.
Oh.
And Langford was there, too.
How are you paying for all these meals that you go to the diner and everything?
Unemployment.
Unemployment, okay.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad they extended it.
The system is just not working.
Well, it is in a way that Eric could, like, for $7.99, support himself with pancakes and all kinds of food.
He's got such a kid. I see him.
Yeah.
And I was talking to an ex-cop who's been helping me actually at these signs. And he said anything with a credit card's immediately grand larceny, even if it's $2 or something. And Eric is just like living. He's just existing.
It's not bothering him as much as it should, is what you're saying.
Not even close.
It's all a big misunderstanding you have.
Yeah, I have to go tomorrow. Hey, can I have a book?
What do your parents talk to you about at Thanksgiving?
Oh, they can't believe how huge I got.
But you're not, you're huge.
Yeah.
How much do you weigh now?
That's the last time I was there, I was 347.
Wow, Eric.
Yeah.
And what do? Do they lecture you the whole time and try to, do they still waste their time trying to sort of tell you how to live your life, or do they realize it's futile?
No, they always tell me I need to go on a diet and need to stop eating.
So they're still trying. They haven't given up.
What is it? So what did you just say?
They always tell me how, I got to stop eating like an animal.
And do your parents even try to, organize your life anymore and tell you, you need to get a job and you need to get responsible? Do they ever? But they probably gave up on that, right?
No, they don't tell me that.
No?
No, they've given up on that part.
Eric, do you realize, I think there's only 4 major leaguers with a lifetime average higher than your weight?
Are your parents in shape?
Yeah.
And do you when you're sitting there, do they just look disgusted by you?
No, not at all.
They love you.
See, this is what I'm saying. They ought to just stop having Thanksgiving.
See, I don't think, I wanted to go on my thirds, on turkey on Thanksgiving. And my mom said to me, no more, that's it.
She cut you off.
Is that why you were hungry after Thanksgiving, because they wouldn't let you keep eating?
Yeah.
And then
you had to go spend money.
And then do you wrestle your mother to the ground?
No.
Are you still sitting at the table, like trying to eat while they're all done?
Actually, I took a biscuit. I sniffed a biscuit to myself in the kitchen.
Are you, at the table last eating?
No, absolutely not.
Yeah, he eats really fast, I'm sure, because a lot of these guys who have that kind of weight, they just shovel the food in.
Yeah, but there came a time when your parents were done eating and all the rest of the family were done eating, and you were still eating, right?
Well, I was the first one done eating when we all got served.
Right.
Right, so they were just getting their plates. Eric was done.
Right.
And then you get up.
I get up and I go for seconds.
Right. And then after seconds, now everyone's sort of cleaning off the table, getting ready for dessert, but you're still eating.
Right. My mom said to me, that's it, no more.
And do you say, Ma, come on, come on?
Yeah, I did.
And what did she say?
She said no.
And she got into a little argument.
I didn't get into an argument. I said, okay, that's fine.
Do they have to, grab your plate?
No. Absolutely not.
Do you drink, like, diet soda instead of regular soda? Because the guy on the phone says it's funny when fat people order diet soda.
No, actually, I didn't have soda that night.
Yeah.
What did you drink?
I had about 4 glasses of wine and about 6 beers.
Oh, my goodness.
What a
4
disappointment.
glasses of wine.
And 6 beers.
This is good wine.
Can you imagine wasting
That's
wine?
1 bottle of wine.
I'm a connoisseur.
That's 1 bottle of wine.
Oh, my goodness.
It is 4 glasses or
Yeah.
6 glasses?
No, 4 glasses
You get
is about
four
a bottle.
nice-sized glasses.
Oh, okay.
Imagine, like, wouldn't it be great to see, like, a movie of, like, Eric's mom giving birth in 1971 and young, infant Eric, and she's beaming, and she has all these
And
hopes.
everybody's coming to see the baby, and they're all admiring.
And I can picture, like, the dad going, this will be the first son in our family to go to college. And then, like,
It's
the
like
mom...
that scene in Godfather
Yeah.
2, like, Michael, your father loves you very much.
Yeah.
They're passing the baby around. Everybody wants a picture with him.
Yeah. And then you hit him and see...
Like I said before, like, at what age do you think they started to notice, whoa?
It's not going very well.
And they're probably thinking, who knows? Like, the world, he could maybe be the president of the United States. But little do they know, the future is he's the winner of the Craptacular. He's going to be, for $7.99, eating 7 walnut pancakes.
He's the guy at IHOP.
12.
Devaluing pancakes. Man eats 12 of those.
He's the guy at IHOP who eats like 11 pancakes and then goes to court for fraud the next day.
Embezzlement. Even the charges against Eric are too high class. Like you hear, like, wow, he committed fraud. You go, wow, what a genius.
Yeah, white-collar crime.
Just use somebody's credit card.
Is this your card, sir? Yeah. No, it's not. Yes, it's mine.
If you go to jail, what are you going to eat? You're going to get thin, actually.
He might be one of those guys they can't keep in jail because he's too big for the cell.
I need food.
You know what they'll do to you in jail, man? You'll be the buffet.
There are guys who've eaten their way out of prison.
Yeah.
Isn't there a fat camp I can go to?
Fat camp?
Yeah. But it costs money. Who's going to pay for that? Whose credit card are you going to use?
No, they called you. You're too fat.
Yeah.
They can't get you on the bus with the other campers.
You need a grotesque camp.
No, seriously, I want to go to fat camp and lose weight.
By the way, I heard one of the
That costs money, Eric.
promotions for one of those shows that Artie really likes where they talk about the fat people.
Oh, it's the best.
And one guy was crying. We got to get J.D. to find the clip of this guy crying. Why did this happen to me? He's like a big, fat, 700-pound guy.
Oh, and the woman who narrates it, her voice is... Mr. Jackson cannot move. He hasn't moved his own bowels in 17 years.
Hey, Eric.
Yeah.
So, I don't know the plan with your life.
Like there's a plan.
I think he's living it.
What are you looking
But
forward to in the future?
If you go to a fat camp, you know what I was thinking about you? Why don't you apply for The Biggest Loser on NBC TV? You could
Wait a minute.
You could win
Well, I applied for that about a year ago.
What happened?
I never got picked.
Yeah, they're not going to pick
You mean
him.
they saw your tape and didn't realize the ratings juggernaut that is Eric?
You're too big a loser.
They're not going to pick him. We need to have our own Biggest Loser contest with him and Joey Boots and a couple of other whack packers and do our own series.
If I was Eric, man, I'd try to get in that $250,000 they give you.
They're not going to pick him because, first of all, he's not going to last. He wouldn't even try.
Robin, I will laugh.
No, you won't.
Name one time I've quit.
I will laugh.
It's a longer contest than you think.
I can do it.
Eric, how...
Although I got to say, he has a career in prank calls. He's good at those.
Oh, yeah.
I got to say, some of the ones you've done have been excellent.
Especially with Eric the Midget.
I like the one with Twat Cream. When you called up that...
Twat Cream.
When you called up that pharmacy and you go... Do you have any twat cream?
That's good stuff.
A lot of people said they liked that call.
The judge at my fraud trial loved it.
I hope your judge is a fan. That's your only hope.
You have a Biggest Loser contest.
Thank you for calling One Pharmacy. How can I help you?
Do you sell twat cream?
Twat cream?
No, twat cream.
flat cream?
Yes.
Hold on 1 second. Let me check.
I'm going to check.
The music.
What aisle is
I'm sorry,
that in?
miss. I suggest you call something else.
This is a serious call. He got into my crack and my pussy's itching me.
The heat got into my crack.
Pharmacy.
Listen, you're a woman, I'm a woman. Don't you women know what my needs are? I have a pussy that itches very bad, and I'm looking for pussy cream.
Listen, miss. If you have a problem, I suggest you go to your doctor.
Will it get rid of the stink, too?
Excuse me?
Will it get rid of the stink, too?
You know, you're going to have to ask your doctor. I can't help you.
Oh, I can't afford a doctor. The cream usually clears it right up.
You can come in, you have some over-the-counter creams, and that's the best I can do for you.
Does it get rid of flies?
Pharmacy.
Hey, how are you? You hung up on me before.
Miss, I didn't hang up on you. I just don't have time for this.
Well, the humidity got up my crack.
Wait.
My pussy's itching me.
Just do me a favor. Explain to me exactly what you need.
It stinks like horse shit, too. I was fanning my pussy and my cat got a whiff of it and dropped dead. Hello?
You could have called 20 more times to that girl.
It's like, I love it, the humidity. His pussy has a weather system.
Humidity got into my crack.
And my barometer's dropping.
Oh, my God.
Lazy guy, you don't know about pussy.
How would I know about pussy? I think you girls got humidity in your crack.
Howard, you know why that call was brilliant?
Why?
Because of Sal and Richard.
I was going to say, not because of you.
No. You know what? You could say that all you want, but when you can't read the word woman and you say women, I'm a woman and you're a woman.
Right. No one can predict that brilliance.
Yeah, as good as Sal and Richard are, they know in your hands anything can happen.
They need a brilliant actor to carry it all off.
Let's just say the three of you made it great.
Well, Howard, so seriously, could you have a Biggest Loser contest?
Yeah, you win.
No, sure, I'm serious. I think I can lose the most weight.
Why don't you have your own contest and just lose the weight? That's the other thing I don't understand with
Everybody
you fat
needs
people.
an incentive.
Yeah, like isn't your incentive like I just want to fit into a pair of pants?
Yeah, think about how
even be able to walk.
Our own Jason got so thin for the money, and for his wedding and the rest of his life, he can't get thin at all.
Yeah, like it's weird. Like when you're at the IHOP, can't you say to yourself, "Well, this is my Biggest Loser contest. I'm just going to eat one pancake and leave."
Did you see the 60 Minutes piece last night on Michael Phelps?
No.
Because, you know, Eric eats like Michael Phelps. He just doesn't work out.
He doesn't swim like him.
Well, that's what people tell you. You're going to have a farmer's breakfast, and then they don't farm for 15 hours.
Yeah.
Hey, Howard, can I plug 2 shows of Beetlejuice?
What?
Can I plug 2 shows I'm doing with Beetlejuice?
Okay.
I'm doing a show December 12th in New Jersey, a place called the Coliseum, that kills a comedy with Danny Bonaducci.
Hey!
Okay.
I'm also doing one in Baltimore at Rams Head Live with the Kills a Comedy and Danny Bonaducci.
All right, real good.
He's doing a show. What does he do?
I don't know.
Hey. What do you mean you don't know? You don't know what you do, Eric?
No, I go on stage for a few minutes. I do all my impressions.
Oh, you do impressions.
Yeah.
Hey, can I get my box of tissues in here, guys? Jerry?
Did you know Eric does impressions?
No, except to wipe my nose on my sleeve.
Oh.
It's pretty gross.
I didn't know Eric was an
Hey,
impressionist.
listen, you guys have a good day, okay?
Thank you.
I love you, and listen, I want to hear about your vacations, all right?
Okay.
Robin, you have a good day. Artie, I love you.
Thank you.
All right, Eric.
Artie, I'll see you Wednesday.
Oh, that's right.
Why did we have a high-pitch Eric Thanksgiving special?
That's what we have to do next year. There's another Thanksgiving.
Why do you have another Yule log this year?
All right, thanks. Yeah, we made a mistake. High-pitch Eric Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Where he goes to his parents' house and
what a sad experience.
Then he goes into the IHOP. I mean, if I had tape of that, it would be a gold mine.
I'm sure the IHOP you could get tape of easy. I don't know if his parents are going to come on tape.
Howard TV sales would go through the roof.
They're all sitting there with bags over their heads?
Yes, absolutely. Like in Take the Money and Run. Woody Allen.
Hey. Eric the Midget, you're on the air.
Hello.
Did you vote last night, Eric?
No, I don't vote for anyone this season. Here, look.
What's going on in the background?
None of your business, Robin.
Johnny. Johnny is on my cell on speaker. He fell asleep.
Why? He was talking to you?
No.
It's really weird how when people talk to Eric, they fall asleep. I don't know why.
I hope there's no one driving. I hope there's no one driving out there right now.
Eric, there's a strange noise coming out of your phone. It's almost like ack.
Snoring.
Well, that's him snoring.
Snoring.
Is Johnny sleeping on a frog?
Let me hear that. Wait a second. It's an unusual snore. Hey, what do you want to tell us, Eric? What? Eric, I got to go.
Call dropped. What do you know?
Eric, please, what do you want? I mean, we're in the middle of a very tense situation. Artie's had a blowout with Lisa G. Robin was going wild.
I was not going wild.
She
now
was
that's
going wild.
A strange characterization.
Her emotions.
Defending me is wild?
That's wild. She's never done that before. That is crazy. Wow. That was nuts.
Robin and Fred got crazy, and thank God for it.
Yeah, it was wild, and now you call in, and you're telling us Johnny's asleep.
And boy, you're screeching it to a halt.
I'm taking this conversation down on dirt road.
Calming down.
I'm hijacking the
Robin went berserk. She started eating a steak. What?
You know how crazy it is in here? I'm having a green drink, and Robin has a bagel.
They're all fighting, and I'm counting the days till I can retire. I got a year and a half to go, Eric.
All I had to, you know what? I saw me sleeping late for the next year and a half. All I had to do was throw something at Lisa and make sure I missed.
That would have done it.
I would have done it.
That would have done it.
Sleeping in.
I would have missed.
You controlled yourself. I was proud of you. Eric, go
I
ahead.
would never do something to a woman. Ever.
Badass. He said for me to go ahead.
All right, you know what? I think I have to go to the bathroom.
Come on, Eric. Go ahead, please.
I'm calling because yesterday that guy made the claim of me stealing Johnny's credit card. I've never even seen any of Johnny's credit cards, let alone heard.
I can stop you right. I can stop you right here. Johnny gave me a message you left on his machine telling him to lie and say that the whole credit card thing was a made up. Why are you doing this? Whoops. Want me to play it for you?
Dun, dun, dun.
What?
Go ahead.
Okay, here you go. This is Eric the Midget on Johnny Fratto's answering machine. Here we go.
Hey, Johnny, I don't know how much of this show you heard yesterday or if you heard any of it at all, but some fucker called in yesterday, worthless piece of shit, loser, and he brought up the thing about the credit card deal. What we need to do is have you call in and tell them that it was just a bit. Maybe that way they'll leave me alone if they hear it come from you. That's the only idea I could come up with is, you call in and you tell them it's a bit. That hopefully will put it to rest.
See?
This is a smoking gun.
Yeah.
So please stay off ambient, stay completely awake, alert, and coherent. Show was as ambient way.
What?
Your show was as ambient today.
Well, what statement do you want to make?
It was just a bit.
Just a bit?
You didn't get cars or order cars from the Money Ranch?
I don't know if he carries Visa, American Express, MasterCard, Platinum, Gold. I don't know any of
Nobody
that.
cares, Eric. Eric, you can let it go. Nobody cares.
And that's evidence. That's pretty clear evidence. I mean, that's like, Charles Lawton and witness for the prosecution.
We think we'd get the conviction.
If I had, he would have my ass in jail by now,
Right.
and he hasn't.
He would never do
Not
that to
even
you.
press charges.
Nobody's putting you in jail. No one can handle you in jail with your special needs. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Eric, thank you.
All right,
All
bye.
right, there you go. Don't worry about it.
How could you jail him?
Right. Dominic Barber, you're on there.
He'd have to go to midget jail.
He was the boss.
He was the boss of all bosses?
Yes, he was the boss of all bosses of anywhere in the world.
Tony?
He was the boss. Tony Accardo.
How come we don't know his
Big
name?
Tuna. We don't know his name because this is a guy that was He also worked for Al Capone directly under Frank Nitti. He was one of the shooters in the St. Valentine's Day Massacre and responsible for 1 billion murders, and the man never saw the inside of the jail.
That's why you don't know his name.
That's why you don't know anything about it. You only know about the guys you know about are the guys who were unsuccessful.
Right, like Tony Incardo, if he knew you were chasing 3-year-olds, he would laugh at you, right?
Oh, yeah, no, Tony Incardo would definitely laugh at you.
He would buy you a skirt. He would buy you a skirt.
How old were you? You mean, so Tony Incardo got paid off from, like, guys like your dad, the money trickled upwards, and then, like, Tony Incardo didn't have to pay off anybody. Well, I mean, whoever he did, but he was the guy.
No, he took care of, well, he paid people. I mean, he had people more on a political payroll where he took care of the people, like, who fixed, the things where they could get windows put in buildings or, stuff like that.
Yeah, but Tony, in other words, Tony was the boss of all bosses. In other words, everyone all over the country.
In the Midwest.
Oh, in the Midwest. So there was
our version. But the New York guys would listen to him, too.
Wow. And then, like, Tony Incardo, he never went to jail.
Never.
Wow.
Never saw the inside of a jail. See, like he sent my dad to Appalachia when they had the conference, but he didn't go.
Wow.
I mean, he was a real background, real down-to-earth guy. And he just stayed out of everybody's way.
Wonder what he was worth when he died.
A lot. As a matter of fact, there's a book called Super Mob about an attorney named Sidney Korshak, who Tony Incardo sent my dad and Charlie Joy out to Beverly Hills to install that guy out here, Jewish guy. And Korshak, because in Chicago, Jewish guys could be, they could be part of it.
Right, they were allowed.
So, yeah. And so just what that guy made alone. I mean, they loaned Conrad Hilton money to buy the Hilton Hotel. Tony Incardo did.
Wow. You know what? I saw Johnny having conversations just like this on British television the last time I was there.
All I know is Johnny.
Yeah, I was talking about this over there. Yeah, on AMC.
Yeah.
Now Johnny's busy with a 9-year-old and a 3-year-old, and Eric.
Right. His father would be embarrassed.
His father would throw him right out of the house.
Oh, yeah, my father. Are you kidding me?
Right. Was he hard on you, your dad? Was he mean to you?
No, my dad. I'm using my dad's method now. I mean, just if anybody has a complaint, buy him something.
Yeah.
That's bottom line.
That's how you take care of the family.
Yeah, Johnny's dad brought home the space shuttle, the actual space shuttle.
The capsule.
Yeah.
Put it in Johnny's backyard for him to play with.
Yeah, he couldn't bring home a shuttle.
He brought the Everly Brothers over to sing for my sister for her birthday one year. Vic Damone came and sang for my sister for her birthday one year. He did anything we wanted. The Globetrotters.
The Globetrotters were at the house.
From Bonanza. It was wild out.
Your dad got the guys from Bonanza to show up at the house?
Every one of them.
Wow.
Every one of them.
Haas
was there, too. All of them. Every one of them.
What was the occasion? Was it a birthday, or you guys wanted to meet him?
No, they were in town, and my dad grew up with Abe Saperstein.
Right.
And my dad, Abe Saperstein, and there's a writer, I don't know if you know who he is, Howard, Studs Terkel.
Yeah, I know Studs Terkel.
All right, okay, well, whatever book you look at with Studs Terkel will always talk about my father in every book that he ever wrote. And
so,
always.
Bonanza was the big show of the time, so you said to your dad, hey, I want to meet the cast of Bonanza. So what did he do? How does he get him? How does he muscle him into that?
Well, no, here's what happened. He was raising money to put lights at the Little League Park. And he called Sidney Korshak, and Sidney Korshak arranged for the Bonanza guys to come and do the thing. And like I said on your show, Michael Landon didn't want to ride in the parade.
Right.
So my dad had to choke him a little bit.
Oh, God.
Get him to ride in the parade, but he did.
So did the cast of Bonanza come to your house?
They came to our house, sure.
And so when they show up, what do you do with them? I mean, do they eat dinner with you?
It's kind of interesting because they kind of, you talk to them and all that, but it was kind of interesting because, they're afraid of my dad. They're scared of him.
Right.
You know who would come to our house that was an interesting guy? Melvin Belli, the attorney Melvin Belli.
Uh-huh.
Would come, and he had a little kid named Caesar with him.
But how long would the cast of Bonanza stay at your house? Because I would think after 2 minutes it would be awkward. Like you're saying even Lauren Green was there?
Lauren Green, Lil Joe, and all of them.
Adam, everybody.
Even Adam, that guy who was barely there?
Pernell Roberts.
Pernell Roberts was there?
Every one of them.
Every one of them.
All of them, yeah. And they were dressed like Bonanza.
Oh, my God. They were in their cowboy outfits?
They were in the cowboy outfits.
Hey, my little Johnny wants to see you in your outfits. Go change. So when they show up, are they there for 2 minutes, or are they there for like the...
No, they were there like all day. My mother was cooking, her sisters were cooking, and they fed them, you know.
So they had dinner and everything.
Oh, my God. Watch TV. That wasn't unusual for us. I mean, a lot of people, we had Dean Martin in our house. We had Sammy Davis, Sinatra, Jimmy Durante.
Sinatra and those guys all wanted to hang out with gangsters, right?
Yeah. My dad, what's the funny thing? My dad was not like a Sinatra fanatic, though.
Right.
Like, my dad didn't like Sinatra that much. He didn't like him as a person that much, I don't think.
Right. Because your dad probably was like, what's with guy? Why does he want to hang out with gangsters so much?
Like, Dean Martin would come, but Dean Martin wasn't trying to be one of them.
Right.
But so my dad liked Dean Martin because he didn't try to put that on.
Right.
So Sinatra acted like a tough guy.
Yeah. The guy he loved was, that would be Jackie Gleason. And I kind of think Jackie Gleason might have been one of them. Wow. Like, he might have been connected guy somehow. Because he got treated the same way that they treated each other, you know.
Right.
Like, they didn't make a jag-off out of him, you know what I mean?
It's unbelievable. I mean, I'm just picturing the cast of Bonanza coming over for the
for
the entire day.
Howard, did you ever see a movie called The Craze?
No.
But it's three brothers that were mafia guys in England during the 60s.
The Craze,
The Craze. Yeah, and they would come. As a matter of fact, I have a picture of my dad and Rocky Marciano and George Raft with the Cray brothers.
You know, when I watch that movie Goodfellas and I see Henry Hill's life and like how they'd open up the Copa to him and anywhere he went they gave him such respect, and all that stuff. They were all afraid of him. And like, man, your house was crazy. Like, he'd get them to come right to the house.
Well, my dad, you know what, Howard? I swear to God, my dad was so charming that, you get diabetes from the guy.
Right.
I'm not kidding.
How they operate.
My dad was more of a make everybody happy kind of guy.
Yeah, meanwhile, somewhere in the back of your mind, as much as you kind of looked up to your
Isn't
dad.
he nice? He could kill you.
Yeah, you must have been, like, really freaked out by his morality, you know what I mean?
His morality, his morality was always described to me as war. Like, in other words, if there's a war, you could send a person to war, and they might have to do the same things that we have to do here because we're in a war.
Right, it was a rationale.
Yeah, there was, and it seemed rational to me then and now.
But you didn't want to go into the business.
No, because I saw people going to jail.
Right.
And then I went to jail for a little while, and I don't like jail.
What were you doing in jail?
What did I do in jail?
No, I mean, how did you end up in jail?
I ended up in jail on a drug charge. I was 24 years old, and they sentenced me to 5 years.
Wow.
On a conspiracy to deliver a controlled substance. And it was cocaine, and then the judge, they couldn't make the charge stick. So then they dropped it to pure conspiracy, which is still 5-year mandatory prison. And then the judge, 11 days after I was in, he changed his mind and he let me out.
Wow. Was your dad still around when this happened?
No, my dad. But when he let me out, that was the last thing he did, and he moved to Florida.
Oh, so did somebody
the pay was in?
So who the hell fixed that?
I don't know. some divine intervention that came and helped me out.
Right. So then you decided to lead a very straight life.
I decided that it would be much better to be straight. Yeah.
Yeah. Good for you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And they don't force you to go in, huh?
No.
And meanwhile...
But, everybody wants to work, you know what I mean? So there's always, like if you got guys around, I could do nightclubs and things like that, and that's what they always wanted. So, every now and then I get kind of bamboozled into running some nightclub or doing something like that, or helping out, setting something up,
Right.
I never really had to. I don't like, I have a problem with authority. And that's a real bad place to have authority. Probably you can't really have authority issues when you work around these kind of people. They don't like that.
It's Johnny. Where are we at with Eric now? Eric, what's going on? Tell us, are you going to be on the TV show In Plain Sight?
Yes, we got all the details worked out.
All right.
And the big issue was transportation, so how are you getting there?
By plane.
Oh.
Oh, you are going by plane. Did you notify the airlines about your oxygen tank?
Yes, and I will be calling my oxygen company in the morning to get everything started.
Johnny,
because there is no 30-day thing anymore. So
Johnny, did you have
get
to?
It on it quick.
I see. Johnny, did you have to intervene at all? Did you get him on the phone with the executive producer of In Plain Sight?
I never got on the phone with him, but we emailed back and forth.
All right. And Eric, are you still afraid of werewolves? Johnny told you there are werewolves in New Mexico. Are you still feeling nervous about it?
I never said I was afraid of werewolves. That was what you guys put in my mouth.
No, but you said that you weren't sure.
You didn't want to be around him.
You said you weren't sure if there were werewolves.
So you want to give Eric the Midget 3 seconds?
Okay.
Because Riley's doing next.
All right.
And we got to take a break. Eric, I don't have time for a long phone call. I'm just saying that up front.
Oh, great.
Well, I mean, look.
Why do you need a long phone call? What's the deal?
Well, I was calling to first give an update on the In Plain Sight.
All right. Are you doing In Plain Sight? Is it all set to go?
Yes.
Good.
There is.
All right. That's a good update. All right. And what else?
Oh, I wanted to give the dates.
Okay, go ahead.
The dates of what? Your shooting dates?
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
What do we care?
I care. What is your shooting date?
They gave me tentative shooting dates for the 24th and 25th.
That's perfect.
Of this month?
Yes.
Okay.
Avoids the doctor appointment.
Yeah, and you're able to go to the doctor?
Yes.
Yes, okay.
Good.
Well, look at this. Huh? Even Eric's got to do this. So you're going to act on the 24th and 25th. You're going to go to your doctor beforehand.
Right.
You're going to fly out to the shoot in New Mexico?
Yes.
Yes. And you've got your oxygen tank and everything all set?
I'm going to call this week to get that set up.
Well, there you go.
You know, Eric, wasn't Eric sure that you wouldn't be a judge on American Idol? Or America's Got Talent?
Yeah, he was, but he was wrong again.
All right.
Yes, and I was calling to congratulate you on that.
Thank you.
And also, the other thing is, during the holiday break, I came up with a storyline for a TV show that would include you and I working together.
Ooh.
Oh. In other words, you came up with a project where you and I could be in it together.
Right.
Would you sit on my lap on America's Got Talent for one episode?
No, I am a 37, almost 37-year-old adult male. I'm not going to...
What's the big deal? No one's going to think we're gay. But you're a cute 37-year-old. Imagine you tune in America's Got Talent. They're
And
like,
get somebody on your lap.
and Nick Cannon goes, here's our judges. And then there's like this, Eric the actor is on my lap. And
Now, the judges on America's Got Talent, they don't walk out like the judges on
I don't know.
other shows. I don't know. You're not just sitting there, because you'd have to carry Eric.
I just think America would love it and be like, hey, who is that, Schmeagol from Lord of the Rings? No, it's Eric. All right, I just wanted to know if you would be willing to do it. You said no, and I accepted.
Right.
By the way, on America's Got Talent, I wouldn't even do that. Although, if Eric was on my lap, he could hit that button for me.
Yeah,
when
he's
people
your
suck.
buzzer hitter.
Yeah.
Do you want to know what show I thought of having the two of us be on?
What show?
Persons of Interest.
All right. Hey, Eric, I got to go because Riley's here and also his wife.
Yeah, we're meeting Riley's wife.
Who I understand is quite beautiful. I think we met her before.
I think we've seen her before.
Yeah. Like a lot of people think Riley can't score with hot chicks.
Oh, no. He's in touch with aliens.
Yeah. Chicks dig aliens. Hey, if I was a hot chick, I'd want to be hooked up with a guy who sees aliens.
Yeah, a guy who has an intergalactic connection.
Hey, Eric, if I bring back, I actually am thinking of acquiring the rights to Ironside. You remember that show?
No.
Raymond Burr. He played a guy in a wheelchair. Because I'm trying to think how I could get a wheelchair into it. Would you be willing to play Ironside?
He was a detective.
Sure, I guess that would be a good one.
See, I'm thinking we could shoot it for Howard TV if I get the rights. It's the same script, except
But
instead
Eric
of
is the guy.
Eric becomes Ironside, the wheelchair detective.
Right.
I'd watch that. Wouldn't you?
I'd have to watch at least one episode.
Just to check it out.
Yeah.
Right.
I might get hooked.
It's like me on America's Got Talent. You got to watch at least one episode to see what the hell I do.
I know. I mean, everybody's going to be waiting for the first time you judge something.
Right.
They're just going to be sitting there waiting to hear what you have to say.
I might just hit the buzzer on the first person just to get it out of the way. But
now, speaking of watching at least one episode, I watch at least one episode of a show that probably is going to fail. The new show on ABC called Work It.
Yeah, I taped that. I haven't looked at it yet. It's about two guys who dress up as women to get jobs.
I don't want to see guys dressing up as women. I see enough of that on the street.
Yeah, apparently GLAAD's really upset about the show.
Of course they are. Because it's like, hey, what is that?
They said it's going to hurt transgender people.
Transgender people can't be hurt any more than they are. I mean, they've got into the stick. I mean, let's be honest. All right, Eric, I got to run because I got Riley here. I don't want to be rude to him.
All right, I'll give you more details about my person of interest idea.
Why don't you write it down? Have you got a
No, that's okay. Just tell me about it.
Come on, write it down.
And I'll send you some kind of information on this Ironside thing.
All right.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Didn't Tom Hanks do a thing where he dressed up as a woman?
Yeah, they was bosom buddies.
Bosom buddies they had. Why is he, isn't that an old idea?
It's a very old idea.
Yeah. That was my experience at the
nail salon.
The nail salon. Oh, shiny buff. Shiny buff. By the way, Eric the Midget's wanting to do another TV show. I got a note here.
Did he give you a list?
Well, I don't know about that, but according to Krista Miller, Krista has two names. Krista Lawrence, Krista Miller, I don't even know what her name is now.
Yeah.
But she's, her husband Bill writes Cougar Town. He says if Cougar Town gets renewed, we're going to put Eric the Midget in it.
Oh, wonderful.
And Bill is also writing a new pilot for Fox. So if that gets picked up, he's going to put in Eric the Midget.
They got to get Eric in a recurring role. I watched his In Plain Sight.
Yeah.
I rewound and watched it
several times.
It's
7
fascinating. Or 8 times just to see Eric.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much to look at with him.
Yeah, I know. You can't take it all in at once.
Right. He's awesome.
Jeez, woman.
Keys. Woman. Keys.
I was like, that is the greatest.
And yeah, his voice and just looking at him. I wish someone would put him in a major role.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make him the villain.
Where he shows up at least once a week, like for 2 scenes.
Yeah. Like you wait for him.
Don't let the bunny out. Put him in Avengers, the Avengers 2, the new one that's coming out. That'd be good.
Now you're putting him in movies.
Yeah. Anything. I'll go see him in anything. He's terrific. Eric the actor.
But I did. I enjoyed the heck out of In Plain Sight. Like, when's Eric coming back?
Yeah, where's more Eric?
His second role.
More Eric.
You that reporter I called?
Like a voice is shot.
First, I'm like, look at him. He's like laying it's almost like he's laying in that wheelchair.
Yeah, they ought to belt him into that chair because he's like sideways in it. Like he doesn't, why don't they make that chair smaller so he doesn't fall over?
Like sort of sitting up and his head's going.
He's like tipped over.
I can't even pay attention to what's happening. I'm looking too much.
Yeah, like no wonder he can't deliver his lines. Like, why is the chair so wide? He's a tiny little guy.
Yeah, it's like it swallowed him and he's laying in it.
I guess they don't make a chair that's small. They must make a children's
Customize
wheelchair.
a chair for him.
I need a Booster seat.
Reporter.
Well, here, let's start over. Here we go.
You the reporter I called?
That's what it sounds like. You imagine like somebody who doesn't even watch that show. I mean, they watch it, but they don't know our show, and it's like all of a sudden, it's like, and they're like, "What's wrong with the sound?"
Like, where'd that actor come from?
You the reporter I called?
Like, what is this, amateur hour?
Reporter. I'm Beth's sister-in-law. Who are you?
I'm her landlord. I'm going to shame that crazy bitch on YouTube.
Yeah, that's way too much for Eric to handle.
No, you should only have 2 words.
Keys woman.
Oh, we missed keys woman.
Yeah, I know. That's the best.
I can fix that. Hold it. Wait, we got to go.
You the reporter I called?
Reporter. I'm Beth's sister-in-law. Who are you?
I'm her landlord. I'm going to shame that crazy bitch on YouTube. Keys woman.
Your mama didn't teach you any manners?
My mom happy. My mom is dead. Happy. That's my French accent. Happy.
So good.
He leaves off the H.
I know. My mom happy.
And, they must have taken that 20 times, that line.
My mom happy. Keys woman.
We got to get him way more roles.
Oh, my goodness. It's the best to rewind and play it back over and over again.
I wish I'd been with you.
Beth? Beth?
I don't want to see any reporters when I come out. Got it?
Crap. Don't let the bunnies out.
Crap. Don't let the bunnies out. Like you... like the penguin. And the read is unbelievable. Crap. Don't let the bunnies out.
Happy.
That was 41 seconds he was on camera.
Yeah.
And then he gets to come back for 23 seconds.
I promised I'd get her help. I keep my promises. Oh, okay, Finkel. Anyway, good job.